Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome to the 19th episode of the Nintendo Nite Podcast. I'm joined today by some awesome people to discuss all the Nintendo news that's happened this month. So let me introduce to you guys our panel. We've got our special guest Mudkip Memo,
Yo, what's up, guys? I hope you all are having an amazing day today.
and we've got, of course, Endgame the Cube or Zach.
What's up, y'all?
And yeah, we're gonna be discussing literally a few things because there's nothing that's happened this month. I'm being straight up honest with you. Like everything you see in the thumbnail is literally all we're gonna be talking about before we
Yo.
answer your questions. Because that's about it. I mean, this month has been so dry in terms of Nintendo
Yeah.
news. Like literally
Which,
nothing has happened.
Nothing,
yeah.
nothing.
And I can understand, though, because it's like the holiday season. Everyone's so busy. Like, people just aren't going to have time to, like, follow that stuff.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. They probably
yeah.
don't want to put like a big announcement out right now because like everyone's enjoying the holidays and they got the breaks and their time off, so makes
Exactly.
sense. But of course, the big event that happens every December that we got to talk about, of course, is the Game Awards. And oh my God, this year's Game Awards. I mean, I think you
Nope.
all know where this is going because this is
Yeah.
Nope.
this is wild, bro. Because me and Zach, I don't know about you, Memo, but me and Zach were streaming that together. We watched the whole thing. And that was a
Oh
wasted
no.
3 hours, bro.
Oh no.
It was
Oh
That was a
amazing.
no.
wasted 3 hours.
Yo.
But yeah, did you see it, Memo, or did you just not watch them at all?
I do watch them. I do, but this particular time, I was just looking at some streamers here and there, looking at what they were doing. But I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of. I don't know if you get this quote, but it was kind of Resident Sleeper, really, because when they were giving out awards to some games and companies and stuff like that, they just said, "Oh, you won this," and then they just went on to do some PR stuff. Like you worked on something for freaking like for so many like 3 or 2 years for a game, and they just say, "Oh yeah, you won. Let's move on." I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that was
I guess instead of talking a lot about like the awards, so we could kind of talk a little bit about the way that the awards were like formatted, because I know that's what a lot of people were talking about, how they just didn't like how the show is kind of arranged now, because it just feels like they just give an award, they let them talk for like 2 minutes, and then it's a world premiere, and then they just do
hmm
world premiere award, and it kind of gets boring, and it's like they just don't acknowledge the awards all that much, and it's supposed to
nope.
Yeah,
be
I
like it's supposed to be like a celebration for them winning.
yeah, like I can't even remember what won it. Like I can't remember any of the categories that or like any of the games that really won because of how like weird the pacing was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It
that's the
was
thing, because I just don't like the formatting of it now. I just feel like the awards don't feel all that special.
exactly.
That's just what like 2019. Everyone just wanted to get their PRs in that you wanted to promote and stuff like. It was kind of weird that Xbox, the new Xbox, was announced at a freaking Game Awards. I was like, sure, I'm all happy about a new console and everything like that, but that was just weird to me. Really, that was just really weird to me.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
thing
I
about
almost
that,
feel like that shouldn't. I feel like hardware shouldn't really be there. I feel like like new
yeah,
hardware reveals
the
because
thing,
I understand like game reveals, but like the Xbox got overshadowed by like just the everything else, which is
yeah,
weird.
that's the thing. Like the show usually like there's a good amount of announcements and things that come, but because of how this year's show was so
Yo,
kind of,
Oh no!
oh, who's in here? Who just joined?
Oh
Hey,
no!
Hey, what's
welcome.
Oh
good, bro?
no!
Hey,
Oh
hey.
what's
no!
up?
So like I was saying,
Uh,
like because of how this year's Game Awards, like it was just so lackluster, they showed a brand new freaking Xbox, and that shit just got overshadowed completely because like they literally came on, showed it for like 5 minutes, and then left. And like I just feel like if Microsoft had their own announcement, if they had their own special like kind of episode where they just like revealed that like at a presentation, that would have been the talk of the day, bro. It would have been trending all
hmm
over Twitter for the whole day. Everybody would have been talking about that new Xbox. But because it was shown at the
Yep.
Game Awards for 5 minutes, it was trending for like 2 minutes and then it left because something else came. And I think it just kind of
yeah,
sucks. It was
yeah.
Can I
Xbox
just
needed its own
interject
event, man.
real quick?
yeah, sure.
So,
I didn't even know that they revealed the new Xbox
Mm.
at the Game Awards.
oh
Yeah,
my
exactly. It just goes
god.
to show like how many people just didn't even weren't even aware that the next generation of Xbox was freaking shown
Bro,
at
I
the Game
literally
Awards.
only knew about the new Xbox because of a joke video that I just got recommended randomly on YouTube, and I was like, and I literally thought it was a joke, by the way, when I saw it, the Xbox, like literally the box, the fucking,
Yeah, because how it looks. Yeah.
yeah, I no, but for real though, I literally thought it was a joke. I didn't realize they were actually serious. Like I didn't understand that. I was like, wait, that's the actual thing? When the fuck was that revealed?
Yeah.
I've seen so many memes on. Whoa! I've seen so many memes on it as well. It was actually like everyone memeing the new Xbox and stuff like that. That's the most I've heard about. I hadn't heard about the features, what it will do for the next generation of gaming. The most thing I've heard about it is the memes, which is just not good for Xbox, if you ask me.
I mean, they showed that like one like trailer for a video game for the new Xbox, and they claimed like all this stuff was like rendering inside of the new system. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also, all it was just graphics flexing again instead of actually showing like what's new, and it's annoying.
Yeah, because like supposedly it's gonna run in like 8K and all that stuff, but it's like
Like that's cool, but it's like
Yeah.
I want to know what actually is gonna change. Weird.
yeah, I don't even have a 4K TV, let alone 8K. Like,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, bro.
Look, I'm watching on a 1080p monitor right now, bro. I don't even have 4K. Like,
Same.
1080p is not that bad either. Like
I
Jesus
know.
Christ,
I'm
how
fine
can we
with
go
it.
from 1080p to 8K? That's just crazy in my mind.
No.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think like I said, like with the awards show, it's just like I think the way that they're doing it now. Because the thing is, it seemed to me, at least in my opinion, that every year the Game Awards seemed like they were improving. Like when they started in 2014 to like 2015, 2016, like it seemed like they were getting a little bit better each year. And then this year they
Yeah.
just tanked so hard. Like I thought we were definitely gonna get up there, and they just tanked it. I don't know.
Yeah, like there was good momentum. If you actually look back at all the different announcements that we'd get from like Nintendo, each year was actually really good, and this was the first year where there's just nothing.
Yeah, and also just like how they kind of like formatted everything. Like I said, like at the very end when they brought the like when they did like the whole Fast and Furious thing, like that's like why at the Game Awards?
That was awful.
Like why?
Oh my god.
The
Wait,
what
did it,
Fast and
what did it,
Fast and Furious? What?
what did
They
it
had
do?
Fast and the Furious people like be the ones that present the game of the year. Like, what does that have to
Yeah,
do?
and I think they were like
Mm.
promoting a trailer for a new movie or something.
Oh, you mean Vin Diesel and that guy?
Yeah, and they're like,
The
oh my gosh,
bug.
we're real gamers. And when they started like
Uh,
describing, it's like, okay.
Like that's the one thing I'm really afraid of about with the how the gaming, uh, like how the gaming corporations like move on, like in 2019, 2020, like it seems just so much Hollywood nowadays. A little bit too much Hollywood. A little bit too much for my taste.
Yeah,
Really.
it's annoying.
Mhm.
I don't even like mind. Like, I like a lot of stuff from like the entertainment industry as a whole, but like, I don't want it seeping into gaming like it is. Like, it feels weird.
Yeah, and at the Game Awards, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. That's what I mean. Like, cause it's
Yeah.
a show for like the Game Awards, you know, video games. Like, you don't see them showing video game trailers at the Oscars. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's mainly because like of the cost of actually running the awards. Because like you got to remember, like the
Oh, yeah.
size of like the like
Yeah.
the scope of it all is pretty large, right?
Mhm.
Like, but I feel like honestly, they like they like last year's I thought was actually pretty good. Honestly,
yeah, it was.
I think last year's was pretty decent. Like I think they pulled it off well. I think the right games got the right awards. I think like God of War got one of the awards
Yeah,
and
one game
whatnot.
of the
Like
year.
actually,
Yeah.
wasn't it like the game of yeah? It wasn't
Yeah.
a game of the year.
Yeah, it was.
So
It
like
was.
I feel like hey, I mean at least it was decent last year. I didn't see this year because honestly I just didn't care to be honest. Like I just thought
'cause
in
you
general
were in the
this
call
year.
with us last year. You were in the call when we all like freaked out when Joker was showing in Smash, bro.
We literally lost.
Yeah,
our
and that
mind.
was interesting, right? But like I
Yeah.
literally heard nothing from this year's stuff. Like I just literally didn't.
No one
fucking
even
know.
remembers that it happened now. I don't see a peep out of anyone about it now.
Oh, that's the thing too. Like, I mean, that's like the big thing is that like Nintendo just had literally nothing this year at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, like
they had Bravely Default too, but like
that one
That's-
theory makes so much sense that like Reggie was the reason why we got announced at the Game Awards. Just he was such good friends with Jeff, and now that he's retired,
yo,
there's
honestly,
really no one to like
I can believe
bridge
that.
gap.
I
Yeah.
can believe that because like even before the Game Awards happened, Jeff and Reggie would have like videos that they would post to Twitter like with them hinting at like announcements and stuff.
I know, and now
And-
it's just like,
Yeah, and they just didn't do anything. Like, because the thing is, like, people were getting mad over like no Smash DLC or whatever. Like, the thing is, like, it's not even that
We just want
Smash.
something.
Yeah, not even Smash had to be shown. It's just anything
Yeah.
like exciting. Because like we're coming from the Game Awards where every year there's, except for 2015 because Mr. Iwata passed away. Every year there's been
Rest in
something.
peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. But
Yeah.
like 2014 we had Breath of the Wild footage, 2016 we had more footage, 2017 they showed Bayonetta 3, 2018 they showed Joker and Smash. So everybody was thinking at least something this year. That's not too far-fetched to
Yeah.
think that we could get some type of announcement.
Yeah, these these drones that were like saying like you shouldn't have gotten your expectations up, bro. There's like half a decade's worth of expectations to go by just from previous years. Of,
Like I
things
already
happening.
knew like
there was no reason.
the people who had the stupid like predictions like that like Mario Odyssey 2 was going to be shown, like obviously that wasn't going to happen. But like expecting a minute of new Breath of the Wild 2 footage or something, is that too much to
Oh,
expect?
yeah.
Like a minute
Yeah,
or like a new
especially
trailer
when Nintendo was just quiet all year. Come
or like
on,
a
bro.
new
Come
a
on.
new gameplay like little trailer for Bayonetta 3 or something to know how well it's doing in development or something like that. I feel like
Yeah.
expecting something like that wasn't too far-fetched.
It was weird.
Mm-hmm. And then what won Game of the Year again? I know Smash didn't win, but it
I
was
literally don't even remember.
it was
Some
it was
game.
the game that Ultra plays with the ninjas or whatever.
Yeah,
I forget the name
I
of it.
just
I'm gonna look it up.
don't know and don't care.
Game of don't know, don't care. All right.
Oh, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Sekiro?
Oh,
yeah, but
yeah, Sekiro.
that's a good game.
That's a good game.
That
I
game
heard it's a good
deserves
game.
it.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
heard
it's a
really good.
fantastic game. It's literally like Dark Souls but on steroids.
Yeah, Ultra was telling me about it. He said it was like really hard.
Oh, it is, bro. I literally was stuck on like the tutorial boss for like.
Oh yeah, I
hour
remember
and a
you
half.
playing that. I remember
Oh no,
playing
no,
that.
that
dude.
was the first actual boss, like non-tutorial one. But the tutorial one I got stuck on for like at least like 30 minutes to an hour or so, and then like after that because like I was just trying to get used to the fucking controls and shit. But then the first boss I ran into, dude, I played for like 4 hours. I couldn't get fucking past him. I got so angry, dude. I went on stream and I just started ranting.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
That's crazy.
I was angry.
Hilarious.
But that's just what those games do in the end. And that gives you so much, like from actually defeating a boss. It just gives you so much, really. So yeah, I understand that game winning. I haven't played it though.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I mean, I don't know, but I know it's a good game. I mean, Ultra was telling me it was a good game, so that's good. But yeah, besides that, I mean, Nintendo, I don't think they won even that many awards. I know they won that one category where it was literally only their games that were nominated. And
I
then
know.
Smash won Best Fighting
Nintendo
Game.
didn't really do anything this year, so
Yeah, Smash won Best Fighting Game, to be expected.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the thing about this though is like I know people were getting angry after the show, like at Nintendo or whatever. You can't really get mad at Nintendo because they never did promise that they were gonna show anything. So
Nope.
you can't be mad at them, but you can be kind of upset at how Jeff Keighley just formats the show because it's literally just him giving an award that gets like no recognition, then world premiere, then award, and world premiere, award. Like that's what I feel like they should try to focus on more. Like either give more awards, make it an award show, or make it a world premiere show. Like you can't make it just. You can't do like the way that he did, and especially because I know a lot of people were getting mad with how this year's show had a ton of ads too, like way more ads than like the previous show. Like
You need that show funding money.
I know, but like I think people were saying like
Those
I think
ads
like
were
it was more
fucking
ads,
good. Oh
more
my
ads
God.
than actual like show this year. Like I think someone
I
even did
know.
the math and was saying like it was like more minutes of ads than actual show, which is kinda
Damn, that's crazy.
Or,
Yeah.
That's just fucked up. But also, I think what Sheer Cole said earlier in chat is that for Nintendo, I would assume they're probably gonna do like a Nintendo Direct soon. I mean, when was the last time we actually had a Nintendo Direct? Now, when you logically think about it, right?
September.
September.
And that September
Yeah,
direct
the
brought us
September,
almost no
exactly.
info were being like other than like Xenoblade, and that was it.
Yeah, September
Yeah, but like
the one that
the
showed,
September
like,
one was the September one. What the fuck was even that? Because I can't even
No,
remember.
it was not,
'cause-
dude. It was not. It was literally just a recycle. Like it took the Animal Crossing E3 trailer and recycled it,
Yeah, it
and
was
then
very
it took the Pokemon.
it was
and
definitely
gave
very
no new info other than,
unnecessary.
like,
It was definitely
yeah, it
we
was
had
literally
unnecessary.
did nothing.
Pokemon,
except
then we had the
Xenoblade.
free Kirby game, which was total ass.
The
I
only
was
good
really- when I
announcement,
saw
the only
that-
good announcement in that was
Yeah.
Xenoblade, which they could have just done a separate like video for that or something. But
Yeah, and Xenoblade wasn't even worthy of like a end announcement. It was like
Yeah,
more
I mean,
like
like-
it's a remaster. If it was a
Yeah,
new
it
game,
was
it'd be
a-
worthy. But
it's just a remake. But
yeah, you can't end with a remake.
And then they
Like, you
said
just
like
will
it was gonna
start-
be they like promoted that direct too and said it was gonna have a ton of new footage or like not new footage but they said it was gonna be new info about Sword and Shield and all they talked about was like the curry. So
Yeah, we got curry and a teacup, but that tea kettle is amazing. But
Oh, now I remember it. Now I remember it. Yeah, it was that really shitty one. But basically, nothing
It was
came out. Like,
trash.
there
Yeah.
was nothing in that one. Yeah, I
I
remember.
Yeah, I
literally
think
every direct
we
this
got
sucked except for the
sim-
E3 one. If we're being like honestly, I hated so many of the.
We
directs.
got Poltergeist and something else in that trailer.
yeah,
I don't remember.
Cramorant,
Yeah.
Cramorant, the bird.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That
it was
was
such a
hot
small
garbage.
thing, though. It was so
And
insignificant in the
Animal
grand
Crossing
scale.
was literally a recycle. Like it was the
Yeah, it was no
Treehouse
new footage.
just
It was no new.
recycled.
Yeah, it was no new footage.
Yes, we
Yeah,
get
it
it,
was
Zach.
like
You want
10%
new Animal
footage.
Crossing footage? We get it.
Please, please, yes, please.
Oh man, no, but for real though, this hasn't been like a proper direct now for like what,
10
September,
years,
October,
something.
November, December. It's been like 3.5 months, give or take, right?
Mhm.
Just like the last
Yeah.
one. So like, and we probably won't get one early in January. I don't think so, right? Like,
I think
probably,
I
actually I
wish.
feel like next month we will get a direct, like mid January or so.
well,
And
shit.
the reasoning for that is because well Nintendo usually has a pattern that they do. It's like they have one in the beginning of the year, they have something at E3 where they just focus on one game, and then they have a September direct. They've pretty much always done this. And the beginning of the year direct, it either happens in January or it happens in February, which this year it happened in February because I remember we were all waiting in January. We were like, where is it? And it never came. But then King Zell said like 13 is your lucky number, and then it happened on February 13th. But
Yeah.
But I feel like right now Nintendo kind of seem like flaccid in terms of like their dongers. Like, doesn't seem like they have much to offer, man, honestly. Like for real. though.
yeah, that's true.
Like
though.
literally, like what do they? I mean, besides like, let's honestly think about this, right? Like, the only things we guaranteed know are coming. Like the only thing we know guaranteed is coming next year is like Animal Crossing, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what they've told
and
us.
That's the
Xenoblade,
only new
that's
game
about
coming.
it.
Okay, listen,
Only
but yeah, but
new game.
Xenoblade isn't even a new game. It's literally just
Yeah.
the same shit from the past, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
in terms of
remaster.
if you mean
It's
like
just-
if you mean
yeah,
new
but like
games,
it really isn't that big of a deal. It's just like, bro,
It
it's
isn't.
like, hey,
It's a
here's a
remake.
game we,
Yeah, it's a
here's a game
remake.
you already bought in the past. Here you have it again, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not really much, you know. Well, like it's a remaster, so you know, it isn't that fucking special.
Two
But-
remasters and a new game. That's what we're getting.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, right? That's the only thing. Like the actual only new game we have confirmed for next year is Animal Crossing. Besides
Yeah.
that, nothing else. I mean, we know there's shit in the pipeline, like Breath of the Wild 2, but they didn't give
And
like
that's not a
definitive.
confirmed.
yeah, and that's not
Exactly.
confirmed to come next year. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's not definitively confirmed for like any sort of time yet. They've not given us any sort of time yet. You know.
Mhm.
And there's like nothing else. I mean, maybe we can pretty much like inherently confirm on our own that there's going to be a new Pokemon game. Because let's be fucking honest, they probably will put
Yeah,
out like.
yeah.
I will,
Pokemon games.
if it's like a Sword and
Yeah.
Shield 2, I will vomit. Oh my god.
If they do, bro, I already said it. But if they do Sword and
It's
Shield 2,
likely,
dude,
it's
I'm
likely,
fucking done, bro. Because there's
likely.
no
I
reason.
never want to go back to Galar. That was the worst game ever.
If they do
Thank
Sword and
you,
Shield 2,
thank you. It was so fucking shit. Thank you.
If
Thank
they
you
do
for
Sword
fucking
and
saying
Shield
that. Thank
2,
you.
it would be after Diamond and Pearl remakes, I would think.
Yeah,
No, fuck-
I'll go
fuck
back to
those
Sinnoh. I will enjoy the good old days. That will probably be butchered in some way,
Yeah, oh,
but
definitely.
it'll still be kind of cute though. Like I'll accept that, but if we get like Sword and Shield remaster, like you know,
Oh, that would
no.
suck if like they give us like an Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
Which
my
they
God.
could. They literally could.
People would be so outraged, and if especially if their promoting material is like, oh, did you miss having like those 400 Pokemon that were gone?
Oh,
They're
and you
in
know
this
they'll
version.
do that. You know they would do that. You know these fuckers would do that. And that shit's the part that pisses me off. Like this, they would literally. You know what the part that pissed me off the most is? There literally would still be people, dude. Literally,
buy it.
still fucking brain dead humans. Okay, literally brain dead people would literally still be defending that and being like, "Oh, is this okay? Are you just literally?" That's like there will still be idiots who will defend them for
Yep.
literally fucking selling us the same fucking game with the missing content. And still, I bet you, I guarantee you right now, if they released like a Sword and Shield 2, they still would be dumb enough and so fucking incompetent enough that they wouldn't even have fixed the bugs and shit that they left behind in this game. Have you
It would
noticed
never.
that, like, no joke, by the way, it's like if you actually look at the list of like bugs and shit, it turns out these games are actually the buggiest games since like Red and Blue, in terms of like grand scale bugginess and like glitches and shit you can do in the games. Like, imagine that. Just think about that for a minute, right? These games are the second most buggiest, next to Red and Blue, which were the first games, which of course were gonna be buggy because back in the day it was kind of hard to like fine tune that shit. You know what I mean?
I believe it.
Like, that's just, to me, fucking insane. Like, I don't know. I like no matter what way I look at it.
Dude, I was watching like people like playing through the game and just like all the glitches, and I was like, damn, because did you know there's this one glitch where the move instruct that Oranguru can learn? It's a special move where like if you use it on your ally in a double battle, it uses the move that they used again, so you basically can use like surf twice or whatever. So anyway, I was watching like a video of somebody playing the game, and there's a bug where if you use instruct or whatever, the Pokemon either hits your own teammate even though you told them to hit the opponent, or it hits themselves, or the attack just fails. And the reasoning for that is something like someone looked into the code. It's like it depends on who hosted the game or whatever for the double battle, and it's some type of like thing with the host. It's a big glitch basically, and the thing is, it makes a lot of those double battle moves. It makes like Sucker Punch fail sometimes too randomly. And the thing is, like, it's a big issue because you already know for double battles, VGC competitive, like it's gonna be a big deal for them to make sure that their shit is working properly, and that's like an actual issue. I could probably link you the tweet if you want to see it, but it's crazy. And you already know they're probably not even gonna care about like trying to get an update out to fix that or whatever. And
it would never.
It's just crazy. Yeah, it's actually crazy, because that's like an actual issue, like with how the game is, like how you're supposed to play it.
Bro, they're inherently incompetent. Like, this is something that was made clear ages ago. Like, literally, like something that's been known for like years. Okay, Game Freak doesn't fucking know how to do proper like data management and coding, which is why there are so many discrepancies in their games, right? Like, the only reason that we still have Pokemon today, okay, the only reason Pokemon still exists today is because of, like, Iwata, and that's it, right? Because he fixed the fucking game for them. He basically went in there and went like, okay, cunts, I'll fix the code for you, because clearly you're fucking retarded, so I'll do this for you. And that's the only reason we still, like, literally have Pokemon today. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist, because the shit would just be so unplayable. And they wouldn't even be able to, because literally that's the reason we have Gold and Silver, because he fixed it so they can include both regions. And that's why we have both regions in the games. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for him, and he was literally supervising pretty much every single one of the games up until, like, he got sick, you know what I mean? Like, after Black and White 2, like, he couldn't, he wasn't available anymore. And guess what? What happened literally after Black and White 2? Like, what started happening literally after that point? We just started getting worse and worse games. And then he passed away, unfortunately. And then the games just got worse and worse. Like, there's no way that you can arguably look at Pokemon today, like, as a franchise, and say that it's better today than it was back, 12, 15 years ago. There's no way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
and
literally
the
glory days.
The thing that's so sad is there's so many people now that like grow up with Pokemon and like X and Y and like Sun and Moon, or all those are like their first.
Their perception of Pokemon is that. That's their perception of Pokemon.
Yeah, they have no clue what Heart Gold and Soul Silver was like, or any.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? And that's why they will defend these sort of games, right? Because in their mind, this is how Pokemon should be, right? Like, lack of features, all like stilty and weird and shit. Whereas, like, we've seen where Pokemon can be when it's like produced competently, right?
Yeah,
by like
at
people
at their peak, yeah.
So that's like why I can also understand some people like defending it, because I know some people do that. Literally, their first game was like Sun and Moon, and like some people that their first game was Sword and Shield, and I'm just like, holy shit, you really fucking, decided to stop Pokemon at a bad time, because this is going to be your perception. And in your mind, you might have fun and you might think, oh, this is Pokemon. And if they give you a game in the future that's even worse than Sword and Shield, you might excuse it because you might be like, oh, but it's just a dud. Whereas we will be like, this is somehow worse than the last piece
9 trillionth dud.
You know what I mean? Like, so like, for me personally, like, Pokemon is just in this shitty spot where I just accept at this point whatever the fuck we get, because I know they're not going to change. Okay, there's nothing, like, even if these games sold badly, even if these games sold poorly, we still, even if it sold bad, we still wouldn't get better games. And you know it. They still wouldn't give us better games.
They wouldn't,
because that's just how they are.
Yeah.
Of course they wouldn't care, because they know that people, generally speaking, will buy whatever the fuck they give them. They can shovel shit in their faces and they'll still fucking buy it.
Always.
I found the tweet though with Sucker Punch failing. I put that in the chat if anybody wants to look at that. So
Awesome.
you can click on that. But yeah, if you watch that video, you can see how messed up like it is. It just doesn't work. So
Let me check this out.
yeah, but besides that,
So yeah,
I think
I
yeah,
love how like
you can
I
see.
brought up
Yeah.
Pokemon and then we ended up on this.
Always, dude, always.
Yeah. So that's the thing. It says right there, PSA instruct Oranguru and Stalwart Duraludon is a very bad combo. Instructed moves sometimes target wrong opponent, fail completely, or even hit himself because of host mechanics. It's crazy. It's crazy how something like that.
But how could I don't understand how this small of a like this could be fixed in an instant, but this hasn't been fixed yet, allegedly, or what?
There has not been a single update, I don't think. Has there been any update for Sword and Shield?
No, I don't
Is this
think
still on
we've only
version
had
1.0?
maintenance.
Is this
I
still on
think we've
version
only had
1.0?
maintenance. I think so.
That's
I think so.
crazy. That's actually crazy then.
I was actually so sure, with the whole exploit with the dens and stuff like that, how you get the G maxes very early, like stuff like that. I really did. I was telling to not everyone, but most of the people who were asking, I was like, do it quickly because they will most likely fix it. Because why would they not? Because they are going to have events like for Gmax Grimmsnarl and stuff like that. But to this day, they have not fixed it, which is pretty much going to ruin all the events.
Incompetent, bro. They literally do this all the time. Listen, dude.
That's the thing.
In this day and age, there's no fucking way, right, that you can leave a game. Like, look at
No way.
But look at this though, right? Look at as an example, right? Fallout 4, right? Not Fallout 76 because that's a fucking disaster, but there's a point to this, right? But Fallout 4, right, was released buggy as fuck, okay, super buggy and shit. They didn't bother, they did some patchworking and shit like that, but the community had to patch the fucking game for them, right? They had to fix it. These idiots, when they released Fallout 76, which is literally just a copy, okay, they just took Fallout 4 and just made it online and removed all the fun shit, right? But the idiots didn't even take the fan-made patches that fixed the game alongside their new shitty version. They literally took the broken version, Fallout 4, with the Fallout 4 bugs that were already fixed and made a game out of that, right? Which is fucking stupid. And also, in today's day and age, there's no fucking way that a company should be able to pull shit like that off. And then look at Pokemon, right? We're in the age where the internet connectivity is everything. They're forcing us to buy Nintendo Online to play online in their games. But they can't even fucking go through the effort of fixing their shitty little bugs. They can't even do that. There's no way they should be avoiding this. Bro, I'm playing, for example, a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. And this game has a character that's bugged right now, okay? An operator who plays. You know how in Overwatch you have different characters you can play as, right?
Yeah.
So there's a character in this game that's literally broken at the moment, right? There's a glitch that makes it so that you can essentially never get shot in the back, right? You're basically invincible. And what they've done is they've disabled the character. They fully disabled it and hey, sorry, we're disabling this character until we can fix this issue, right? Until we can fix the problem, until we can find the source of this shit. We're gonna aim to fix it at least, right? Sure, there's bugs and shit in every game, but Game Freak doesn't even attempt, right, to actually fix their shit. They just don't care, They just don't have enough shits in them to actually fix anything. And they could have done the same thing, bro, on the 3DS, right? People gave them excuses on the 3DS when they didn't want to fix shit. Oh, well, it's the 3DS, it's kind of hard to deal with it all, blah, blah, blah. It's a Switch now.
Yeah. Dude, that Battle Frontier should have been added as an update. The way they teased it, that should have happened.
But imagine, bro, the reason they don't fix it is because they know that they, right? That's why they don't do it, because they know that people have bought their game and they're gonna buy next year's game and the year after that and the year after that and the year after. They know people are gonna buy it no matter what the fuck happens, so they don't bother actually doing anything any fixes and stuff. They're.
Yep.
Dude, it boggles my mind how some of these fans just accept this low quality too. You'll see them straight up defending it and say this is the best game ever made. It's what?
Yep, I don't get it. But
Thing is, I'm gonna say this: the game to me is fun because I'm gonna say this you will not like this, especially not Ruffled. But the game to me, I can spend so many hours just doing competitive, having fun with some new mons, trying some new things and stuff like that. That is even before the games came out. I said this: I will spend the most amount of time on competitive
Oh, well, that
battling
in
and
that
stuff
sense,
like
I
that.
agree with you too. Like, I can get a lot of time out of competitive too, but like, that's not
The
what
rest of the game
Pokemon
is
is.
ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but that's not what the game is intended for. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like the
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I
main
know.
adventure or whatever. If everybody just does competitive, then yeah, the game's not all that bad. But I'm talking about like the main adventure, which is pretty shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I even did a video on this on my channel on the story. I even said like this story was just intended for 5 to 8 year old kids, nothing more,
Yeah,
really.
and
It's
this is the
it's not
problem. I
even like
watched
a
this video on
story.
it. Like, I'm sure you guys might have seen this video because it like got a lot of views. But like, the person was talking about how like Nintendo's games like they can be played by anyone, but like they have an enjoyability for everyone. Like, if you're 20, you can enjoy it, or if you're like 5, you can enjoy it. Like, for example, Mario Odyssey. Like, it has these different intricacies that make it really fun and complex to play, and you can enjoy it and just have like this fun experience with like this quality, clever game. But with Pokemon, it straight up is just like it feels like it's only for these like 5 to 8 year old like kids. It doesn't feel like it's for
Only
everyone.
like the competitive is actually for like
Ooh,
I would
can I
say.
just answer a real quick
Yeah,
thing to Game Boy 29, who said the thing is that everyone is shitting on the game, but they still bought it. Here's the thing, though, bruv.
man.
We as YouTuber, listen, I as a YouTuber, I need to buy it no matter what. Okay, my job is literally to cover this game. Okay, I have a channel surrounding specifically this game, right? Like Pokemon as a franchise, so I have to cover it no matter what the fuck I want to do. My job is to talk Pokemon. You know, even if I get totally bored of Pokemon, if I hate Pokemon fully, I still this is my job, right? Like, no, but for real though, it's the same thing in any other job, right? Like, this is
Yeah.
my job at the end of the day, right? And you know, people can twist it around like, you know, oh, unless you got passion, but fuck off. Like, it's a job like any fucking other. You just gotta fucking do it. It's simple as that. No, but I
You need
hate
your
when people
coin,
just
bro. You
no,
can't
but
just
like for
like
real, it's my
abandon
job, right?
your
I talk about
family and like
Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like there's literally journalists, right, who also do their work, right? They gotta talk about games and play games. But do you think they enjoy every game they play? No. I mean, I love Pokemon still, like, and only really because of the old games, right? And like the history I had with the games, which is
Yeah,
why I still love the
exactly.
franchise. But fuck me, do a lot of these newer games. But here's the thing: my job is to cover these games, right? When I wasn't making videos on Pokemon, when I was like outside of the Pokemon franchise, during the like the Sun and
the
Moon era,
great
right?
time.
The Sun and Moon era. I didn't buy Sun and Moon. Like I literally didn't buy the games. Why? Because I just didn't give a fuck. Like they didn't do look interesting to me. Like the fucking region didn't look good. And I looked at the reviews when the game came out, and like remember, I literally made my channel after the games came out, right? Like I think in like January, right? And the games came out in November, and that's when I made my channel.
Mm.
Um, you know what I mean? And that's when I started covering Pokemon again. Then I had to buy them because at that point it became my job, right? Okay, cool. It's my job now again, so you know I have to talk about it, cover it, look into it. But before that, I didn't buy the game. Why? Because the reviews didn't review it well. People were talking about it being pretty shit, and I played it and I was like, it's pretty shit. Yeah, the reviews were right. It was pretty trash. It wasn't that great.
Hmm.
So like my point is like for me, at least for content creators, like for us, you have to understand we buy it because we have to. It's our job to cover it. I wouldn't buy it if it wasn't like unless it really appealed to me or like looked really interesting to me. Like oh shit, this game is something I really really want. You know, I wouldn't just buy it like outright. I just wouldn't care enough like to do that because like it just if it is not worth it, it's not worth it. You know.
Yep. Hmm.
Mhm.
I agree.
They really need to get some, especially something for like they really need to get some good storytellers because Japan. Come on, let's just look at the
They have
facts
some of the
here.
best
They got
RPGs
some
in the world.
exactly, and the anime. They got so many good animes. They got so many good stories. Why can't you just splurge on a guy? Tell him, please, we need a good story. Have
Because
some good money,
they don't want to spend
please.
money. That's the thing you need to
But
realize, man. Like
Yeah.
goddamn, they could make
Pokemon
this
is the
game
most
great.
bro, Pokemon is the most profitable game franchise I think like in
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah, it is.
Like, and the reason why is because it's so low cost for them to make it, right? Like developing, a Pokemon game is just so fucking cheap for them,
It's
and like the
literally just
profit margin is
creating.
huge.
Yeah, it's just they just do the same thing every time, bro. They just make a region, have 8 gyms or whatever, a couple characters,
Yeah,
evil team, couple new Pokemon, and then they already know what to do every single time, and then they just pump it out, and then they can get a whole shit ton of money back in profits. So that's the thing. Whereas like other like big RPGs and stuff, they have to spend all the time like thinking about a story, how it's gonna connect and everything, and like that's why those games take a really long time and they come every like couple years, not like Pokemon now where it's become like a yearly thing.
yeah, no, but like that's the thing. Like honestly, like look at like okay, Ubisoft, right? Honestly, like I play a Ubisoft game, Rainbow Six Siege, already mentioned it, right? I play it. It has a lot of issues. A lot of their games in like just problem children, to be frankly honest. Because they have so many fucking bugs and shit usually in them, and a lot of times they release like just horribly released. Okay, but here's the thing: they usually continue trying to develop on them and at least like finish them off. But also the thing with them is they used to release like Assassin's Creed, right? Every single year because it was their top grossing franchise, right? And you think about Assassin's Creed, like, yeah, I know it's popular and I remember it used to be popular, but like, does it still sell that well? Yes, it fucking does. That game is huge and it still sells like literally like millions and millions of copies, like same amount of copies as Pokemon hits, okay? But you know what they did when they realized, oh shit, we're releasing too many and the games are getting worse and worse? They decided to take some time off and delay shit, and delay their games and, like take some time on them to actually improve them and fix them and make them better. The things that Pokemon probably should do as well, and that, that really is necessary for a game to be complete and full, which they haven't done in like what? Since 2015. That was the last year where we didn't get a Pokemon like mainline release. Was 2015.
Yep. Okay? For the past
think
4
about
years,
that for a minute.
we've gotten every single...
That's literally, bro, like if you think about the last, like since Black and White, right? Which was like what, 2012, right?
Black and White? That was 2010, bro.
Yeah. 20, wait, oh shit, yeah, I'm confusing years here. No, wait, no, Black and White 2, sorry, Black and White 2.
Yeah, Black and White 2 was 2012, yeah. I thought you meant the
2012,
OG.
yeah, thank you. No, I was thinking Black and White 2, because I remember like that was 2012. So right, so 2012, Black and White 2, right? 2013, X and Y. 2014, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. 2015, nothing. But then, literally, the 4 next years, there was games literally every single year. Literally every single year past that point, there was a fucking game, right? So we've literally had in like what? You see, Black and White, X and Y, Oras, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, Let's Go Pikachu, Sword and Shield. So we've had like out of 8 years, we've had games for 7 of those, right? Essentially. And that's like, there's no fucking break. They don't even have time. Like, I don't blame fully Game Freak. I mean, sure, they're incompetent in a lot of sense, in a lot of senses of the word, right? They are pretty incompetent. But, I mean, come on, they just don't have enough time to work on shit. Which is the same thing that happened to, like, Assassin's Creed. They didn't have enough time, so the games got buggy and horrible. Like, I think Assassin's Creed Unity is, like, one of the, like, buggiest games of all time. Like, literally, I think if you look at, like, those, like, top 10 lists of, like, worst game releases, I think that game is in there. Because it was horrible on release. It was a fucking disaster on release. But they fixed it, right? Like, eventually they fixed it, over time. But, like, Pokemon will never do that, and they will never add missing shit, and they'll never give us, like, they'll never give us anything, bro. They just, like, slap a bunch of fucking, come in our faces and just tell us, suck it. So that's it. That's all you get. Fuck you. That's basically how it is with them. And I don't know. I mainly blame the Pokemon Company, honestly, more than like Game Freak, because
it's not Game Freak. It's the higher ups, the execs at the Pokemon Company that are always like telling them, you got to get a game out. Nintendo wants a game out this year. Like, that's how they get all their deadlines.
Yeah, because like, bro, look at every other Nintendo game for the most part, right? Like, sure, there's like, if we don't count like the shitty Kirby games, right? Like, but we actually look at all the other ones, right? Mario Odyssey, right? Breath of the Wild, like that shit's good. Like they put a lot of time into it,
bro. But like for real, my friend got Luigi's Mansion, bro. Like a couple days ago, he was telling me he's like the game is so good. He said it's like really.
Dude, I beat the game and it was good. Like it was so clever and smartly.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's because they took their time on it. You know? Like they took their time, they developed it fully, and they finished the game before just like slapping it out there. Whereas Pokemon is just like rush the shit out as fast as possible because we have to hit the Black Friday, holiday deadline, right?
Yeah, I gotta get it out by Christmas.
Yeah, I mean they've been aiming for that ever now. Like especially now, expensive and they can make more money. Because at least before it was like $45, right? Now it's $60.
Yep.
So like now they're charging you more. You know what I mean? So like. They benefit more from like rushing shit like onto you, you know what I mean, or like rushing games out.
Yep. But yeah, I think for the most part we pretty much covered everything here, right? Like, is there anything else you want to add? I mean, we could talk about freaking Game Freak and Pokemon all day, but I don't know. I guess this whole topic came from like thinking about what could come next year. Like what Pokemon game we could get next year.
Diamond and Pearl remakes, highly possible. And like either that or like Sword and Shield follow-ups. There's a minimalistic chance, right, that we might not get nothing, right? Like that, there's a small chance that might happen.
I would be so
right?
fine with that if we get nothing. Like I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah,
at all.
honestly, listen, it's my job to cover this shit, and if there is no game, I'm basically fucked in terms of stuff, right? But honestly, I kind of feel like I'd prefer that as well.
Yeah,
like
if it could
maybe,
mean like a game with a ton of content after, where like you can spend like the next 2 years covering it, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but the problem is that will never happen. You know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if they even if they took 3 fucking years on them, right, with no new
It
game,
would still be the same
Still-
thing by the time they come.
they still would fuck up, and you know that.
Yeah, it's because to them, it's like, why spend so much time to make one really good $60 game when you could make a crappy one and spend $60 every year? You know what I mean?
I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna release yearly. Like it's pretty much
definitely.
going to be the new sports game. Like the sports games pretty much started this whole yearly thing with the NBA 2K.
No, Call of Duty
FIFA.
started that. Call of Duty started that. Call of Duty.
Really?
Yep, Call of Duty, bro.
Because
Call of Duty's been releasing a new game.
FIFA has been releasing stuff since
Let me
like
see.
1999, dude.
All games. Let me see. Call of Duty, all games in order.
FIFA has been releasing stuff for
Yeah, but like, here's the thing, right? Yeah, you're right. But the thing is, you can't really count in the same way because it's kind of just existed in the background, right? I think what FIFA more pushed was the microtransaction like loot boxes.
That was back in
2010,
2010, I think. That started it all with the micro.
2013 more became more of a thing, you know? Like,
Yeah, but
2010 is when it started, right? But like,
Yeah, exactly.
2013 is when it became a big thing and people were spending like literally $10,000.
I remember
Okay,
because
here's the thing.
yeah.
Right, so Call of Duty as like a bigger franchise, because I feel like it's bigger than FIFA in a sense because it's more like well renowned. Like everybody in the world will play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not everybody will
no
play
doubt.
FIFA, right? So here's the thing, right?
For
COD has
example,
been releasing.
people in the US they won't play FIFA as much as
Yeah.
people do in Europe, but everyone in the world plays Call of Duty. Go on, sorry.
But here's the thing, right? Oh, sorry. But here's the thing with Call of Duty, right? If we don't count like the between 2003 and 2000, because that's where like the first COD came out in 2003, and then Call of Duty 2 came out in 2005, right? But ever since 2005, right? Since 2005, there's been a new Call of Duty released every single year, right? Like every single year since 2005, they released a new game, right? Now, I actually did a comparison of this, like back when, I think it was like after Oris. I think it was 2015, actually. I think in 2015, I made the comparison, and people were like just mocking it, right? At the time. But I made the comparison saying like, Pokemon is like the new Call of Duty, right? Like
That's
it's
so
the same
true,
thing.
though.
They release
It's
a new
so
game
true.
every year.
People
you know?
would look at you like you're so stupid when you say that, but it's so true.
No, but it is true, and people just like
internet, dude. It's the freaking internet.
And, like,
What can
It's
you
so,
do?
I know, bro. It's a freaking shooter game, and you're talking about Pokemon. Like that's not what
yeah,
we're
like
talking
they,
about.
exactly. Like that's not the thing. We're talking
He's
about
talking
the
about how
release
it comes
schedule.
out. Yeah, how it literally comes every year.
But you know what the fucked up part is though, dude? At least fucking Call of Duty has like had its ups and downs, right? Like at least some of the games have gotten like, somewhat better, somewhat worse. Like I think the newest Modern Warfare, I like the story. Sure, it's got a lot of issues, but like I think the latest game is overall pretty decent, right? It's not a horrible game.
The thing also with
last
Call
year's
of
game-
Duty,
Yeah.
Call of Duty is that they switch their developers like every year. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
but that's the thing I'm trying to get to, right? Like when it comes to that stuff with the development stuff, that's also how they're able to keep up the yearly releases because they get 3 years per fucking game. You know what I mean? At least they get 3 years per fucking game. Whereas Pokemon, you have Game Freak alongside like what Creatures Inc. and like maybe 2 other companies that like co-develop it, right? Had to make a new game every single year essentially, right? At this, as like one kind of unit.
Yep.
Which is it's hard, man. Like I can understand why they would be stressed out and like why it would be getting difficult to do that.
It's crazy. But yeah, I think besides that, I think we're pretty much done. I think we can talk into like the last 2 topics.
Go ahead, broski.
Yeah, one sec. I think my one friend wanted to join me on the podcast. He kept texting me. I'll let him in. He's like one of my friends from college or whatever. I told him like he really wanted to be on stream one time, and I was like, I'll let you in, bro. But I don't even see him on here, bro. Here, hold up. But anyway, the next topic that I was gonna talk to you about was how apparently Monolith Soft, who still helps with like Zelda and making Zelda, they put up a tweet saying that they're still hiring for Zelda. And with that, you can kind of infer a little bit maybe as to how the development is going for Breath of the Wild 2. Because I know some people were saying, well, I mean, from what most rumors are saying, what people have been speculating, Breath of the Wild 2, everyone's saying it's either going to come out late, like next year, or it's going to come out sometime after. But if they're still hiring for Zelda developers now, then, you know, maybe it might not be a 2020 game then. You know, so what do you guys think about that?
I don't
2012 or
know.
2020?
I need to know Nintendo's lineup before I can judge. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because like, what the fuck do they have next year, right? Like, we only know Animal Crossing confirmed, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Animal
fuck do
Crossing
they
is
have
literally
to
the
really
only
offer?
new game, yeah.
And like, it's the turn of
let's
the
be honest,
like, it's a
that was
new
2019,
decade,
yeah.
right? So like, I feel like they should kick it off well. I mean, like, how did we
Yeah.
kick off the 2010s with like?
It was,
Nintendo?
dude, 2010 was like their best year. Do you remember the E3 2010? Oh my.
Bro, that's when they used to have like actual like shows at E3.
Yes.
That's when, like, because I remember, like, because I did a whole video about, like, showing all the big moments this decade. They showed
Those
the
were the good
freaking
days.
3DS. They showed the 3DS at.
They revealed Kid Icarus Uprising.
Dude,
They did everything.
Yeah, that show was crazy. Yo,
A
Austin,
new
what's up?
Golden Sun.
What's up, bro?
We're just talking about what games Nintendo could put out on the Switch next year.
Oh God. Here's the thing about that.
Let's build the tea, bro.
I mean,
Oh.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Like, let's be frank, dude. They literally. I got that shit for free, by the way. I still haven't opened
Wait, what did you get for free?
Nintendo Labo. You know?
Oh,
like,
that shit.
I literally have it because I
Oh.
like because when I bought an extra Switch, right? Like, because I need another Switch, I just got that shit for free because like it was an offer from the
Oh,
like
that's
the
hilarious.
store I bought from. They were like, hey, you know, get this extra free Labo thing. And I was like. This must be because they have an excess amount of these and they don't really want them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nobody
that-
got
that
that,
has-
bro. That
Bro,
thing was
I
a
didn't
flop.
get them, but I don't know what the point of it is. Like, I feel like I would build it once and never play with it again.
Yeah,
Yeah. Didn't you actually get
No
it, Zach?
interest.
Didn't you buy Labo?
I got a VR thing and that was it.
Oh, the
No.
VR one, yeah. That shit's whack. But yeah, I think next year, like the thing is, we only know the only game that's confirmed for 2019 is Animal Crossing. We don't know anything else. You know,
Like, all I'm saying is that I bet like they purposely delayed it just to like get something out for the 2020 for the first like half because it's gonna be so desolate.
yeah. I mean, well, yeah, because like that's the thing.
What's
New
this?
new games, like I don't know what else we could see.
Then-
Hopefully a Pokemon, probably a Pokemon.
This is actually hitting me now that we're not going to get any new games for like the first year, really.
That's the
And
thing
that's
that
what they did
that,
last year and the year before. They just do nothing. It's weird.
Bro, that's the problem.
it's-
That's the problem with Nintendo's games, though, bro. Like they have like a banger year where they give a whole bunch of amazing games, then they have a fucking ghost town where they don't give shit. Oh, just
Yeah, dude, we didn't get anything. Oh my god, we didn't get anything last year, and we didn't get anything this.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
honestly,
Austin,
other
thanks
than,
for
like,
the
Smash.
dollar donation, bro. You're great.
I just have to at this random dude when I said you're gonna add me to the call. He said, "Press X to doubt." I said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Oh wait. Can I curse on here? Oh,
Can you?
crap.
Yeah, you can curse. Yeah.
Oh, believe me, if
Fuck
you knew
that
Ruffle.
ask Ruffle, dude.
Yeah. We-
I'm confused.
Y'all know who Moon Lord is?
Who? No, I don't know who Moonlord is. No.
Oh well,
Yeah, they were doubting you. They.
Dollar.
Yeah, they probably saw your default pic on YouTube and they were like, "Yeah, they're not gonna let him in the call or whatever." They didn't know you were actually one of my friends. But yeah,
How's your break been, bro?
pretty good. Did you have a good holiday?
I went to Florida, so it was alright.
That's good.
You ever
I like how
back
this
up?
fucking call turned into essentially like a conversation between two friends. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
you're, yeah,
How's your mother? Oh, she's all right. Oh, she's the gastritis. Yeah, she's getting better. How's your dad? Oh, he's still working. You know, working his ass off. How's your family? Oh, well, they're all right. You know, Stephanie's getting married. You know, it's really nice. You know, it's okay. Literally, like, I'm sorry. Continue with your conversation, lads.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of
this random guy, he's being toxic. That's what everyone. That's what that goofy guy's saying in the chat.
Mm.
I don't like it.
bro,
Yeah.
that's a YouTube chat, bro. That you got to get used to it. It's always toxic.
Oh,
Mm.
dope.
especially when you're talking about the opinions.
Yeah, especially when it's opinion night on the Nintendo Night
And
podcast.
if you want to see,
If you want to see what?
Oh, by the way,
you want to see real talk, bro.
your super chat thing's broken. By the way,
What do you mean?
I'm trying to donate, but it won't let me. It just grayed out.
Oh, is it
Send a
gone?
super chat. I'm trying to send it, but it can't. It's not
I mean,
letting me pay.
I already got the one that you sent before,
No, that was a sticker because I couldn't send the super chat.
but it says 99 cents.
No. That's for the sticker. But to send a super chat, like a highlighted.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is gone. I don't know why it's gone. I enabled it. That's so weird.
I'm trying to send you more money, bro, for that taco.
I don't know, bro. But yeah, I think in terms of 2019 games, either Nintendo has to have like a direct where they show something big and end it with like a big announcement,
I know.
or otherwise, I don't know what we're gonna be getting. Because Animal Crossing is good and all. Animal Crossing for like the first half, maybe. Like the
Oh, I'm
spring
good
game.
with that, but
Yeah, but then they gotta
Everyone else is gonna
still
be
have
dying.
they gotta have other shit like for the end of the year, and that's why
yeah, the others are gonna-
I think Breath of the Wild 2, I think it's scheduled. I think that's what people said. It's scheduled for 2020, like holiday time. But if they can't meet the deadline, then it's going to be moved to 2021.
I really hope that won't happen because Breath of the Wild, I love that game to pieces.
Oh, dude,
I
that game
love
was
that game.
freaking amazing. That was
Yeah,
a freaking
like my favorite of all time. My favorite game of all time is Ocarina of Time. I've always said it. And Wind Waker was awesome as well. Breath of the Wild was awesome as well.
Did
Twilight.
you get the Ocarina of Time remake?
I did for the 3DS. For
Oh,
the 3DS.
yeah, the 3DS.
Yes,
I
dude,
did. I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when I got that back in the day. So good.
I actually got it on sale for like $15. I was so happy about it. I was so
Oh,
happy about it.
That's good.
I got my 3DS for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, but instead I played Ocarina of Time 3D, which is so ironic, but still
Way
so
better.
cool.
I bought my 3DS for freaking, what was it? I think Mario Kart 7. I bought it for
Oh,
that.
that's a good game as well.
Yeah,
That's a good
I
game.
bought it for that.
Mario Kart
But then
7
X and
is-
Y came out too, and I was like, okay, now it's good. I already
Okay, let me give you money. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then the last thing that we have before we can answer some viewer questions. This also happened at the Game Awards. They had like a red carpet thing where they talked with Reggie, and he made a
Hell yeah.
quote. He made a quote about streaming.
Reggie's legend.
I have the quote. I put it in the Nintendo Night Chat, but he says here, his quote was, "As the technology evolves to be cloud and as download speeds increase, what it means is that you're going to be able to play any game on any device at any time." And adding that, of course, it means that gamers should expect that in the very near term. It will happen over the next decade, and something that's really meaningful for players. So he's really thinking like the next decade is going to be all stream kind of based games and games where you're just going to be able to access them anywhere. So you guys like agree with his ideas? Like you
Yeah.
think that that's what we're all moving towards now? No more physical games for the most part.
I think we'll still have physical games. You know,
Physical games, they're going to be like a commodity. They're not going to be like, they're going to be like an interesting idea. But in the next 4 years, even with, you see with the Google's new platform coming out, that's the future.
Bro, that's a
Because-
failure. The Stadia thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
no
that's
one.
because they're at the beginning, the forefront. That you always go at the forefront. That's just how that works. But the fact
I
that
don't-
they're able to do it at all means 20 years technology. It's gonna be obsolete to have a walkthrough and
I only get the physical games because I just like having games physically, personally.
Yeah, but that's the same people who still have vinyl records because they don't like Spotify. I mean, it's all gonna move towards streaming eventually. That's just how that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think the games will go that way.
People buying electric cars because gas cars they're not they're not good for the environment and so on and so forth. It's gonna be the same thing. Waste of plastic.
I think it'll have to become more mainstream first, because right now it's still, it's not everyone is.
This way, it can let basically any computer run games that it's gonna destroy the parts market, but oh well, what do you do?
I don't see it happening just because, like, if you even look at like movies and like music that have already gone really digital, they still have Blu-rays, they still have like
Yeah,
CDs.
yeah.
So games aren't.
Even though you got even though you got your Netflix and Hulu and everything, you can still get like physical DVDs and stuff.
Yeah,
at the store,
that's still there. I think it'll always be there.
Yeah, I think it'll always be an option, but I think more and more people will continue to adapt to streaming as it as we move forward. I don't know, but it's crazy because like we're gonna be starting a new decade and everything, and it's like in 10 years from now or whatever, like in 2029, like what is it even gonna be like for video games? Is it all gonna be
That's gonna be
stream based?
crazy.
And
Everything's
stuff, bro?
gonna be
It's crazy to
so
think about.
different by then.
Like the thing I'm really hyped about it. Well, I'm looking forward to is not the streaming part whatsoever. I'm really excited what they can do with VR because we're pretty much in, let me say this, in alpha stage with the VR as of now. Because when I think of VR, really, I think of really putting on like goggles, putting on a helmet, putting on a suit. I really want to see that in like 10 years, but we'll see. We'll see.
Bro, I still never played a VR game. I've never
What?
played anything
I know.
VR.
Me,
I tried to
I've
get
seen
the
something.
Samsung VR one,
You never
and like
played,
that was
like Beat Saber or something?
No, I have not. I don't have any like.
I played that shitty Five Nights at Freddy's version of VR. It's not bad actually, to be honest with you.
I think I might have
I mean-
like tried it once at like a store when they have like the demos or whatever, but
Oh yeah, same.
but like
Nah,
I
my
never
one
had.
friend
like-
has a whole set, whole VR set. And
I want to
use it
see
ran-
much more of
we use it
that.
randomly, but it's amazing, really. I mean, the only problem I can see with it is trying to set up like when you have like a multiplayer game at home with like your siblings or your friends, and you have like 4 or 5 probably like 4 controllers. It's easy. You're just sitting there with controllers and playing Smash Bros. But I can't imagine setting up 4 VR headsets to play together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Guys, we're 40 people watching and we only got 24 likes on the stream. What the heck is going on?
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. What are
Drop
y'all
a
doing?
like.
Hit that like button for us, please.
Drop a like, guys.
Especially
it's
in this,
free.
it's a free thing to do, especially in this horrible month of December where everybody's channel tanks. Please.
Exactly. Well, okay. Let's not get depressed, guys. But guys, it's free. You just press the button, make someone's day. It's Christmas. Well, it was Christmas, but yeah, get me.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just crazy. Like the thing is like this decade, bro, in 2010 when it started or whatever, I was like we were playing like freaking Mario Galaxy 2. That shit was crazy. And now we're like now we're ending it with all this. It's like it's crazy. Like just how much like
GTA 5 came out like 6 years ago.
bro,
And people still play it.
the start of this decade,
that's crazy.
the start of this decade, we were still playing on the Wii, and now we have a Switch. That's freaking crazy.
Dude,
Like-
2010 was just
Like next decade or whatever, we're gonna start with
Decade.
the Switch. Who knows what the hell we're gonna end with, bro? Like,
everything changed this decade.
yeah,
What's gonna happen in this new one? Crazy.
yep. But I think now we can just answer some viewer questions. Bro, who is that? Like
What
screaming
was
in the
that?
backround, like
What?
someone's
not me.
microphone.
Somebody had,
Dude, it can't be.
Oh yeah, I'm
Ruffle-
vacuuming. I'm vacuuming.
That's so random,
I'm
bro. Like you're
vacuuming.
like vacuuming and then on the podcast at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude. I've cleaned my whole room out.
Because I keep hearing that in the background, and I'm like, "What the hell is?" This? I'm like,
I
it's
like to
not.
keep busy, you know. So
Because I'm like, it's not Memo. Austin just joined before this shit was still happening. And then Ruffle muted himself, so I'm like, it can't be. Oh my
it's
god.
me vacuuming.
Okay. But yeah. Let me look through the viewer questions. There's not even that many here. I'm gonna scroll to the top.
some
Let's
guys
see.
asked to join the voice chat.
Nice joke, bro. No, sorry.
Savage.
Let's see here. So Bun says, "What was your favorite announcement from the Game Awards?" Bro, I don't even know. Like announcement wise, like there was.
I can't even remember anything.
There was nothing from like.
you know what my favorite thing was? The Muppets. That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was like my favorite like part of the Game Awards, but it wasn't an announcement.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. The whole bit that they did was
Exactly.
funny though, because I was actually laughing. That bit was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, like I laughed at that. I love the
Yeah,
Muppets.
that was funny. But
And Reggie's speech was good, but there were no good announcements. I mean, Xbox, right?
yeah.
Whatever.
Actually,
I'll just
Xbox. I would
Xbox.
say showing the new Xbox was probably the best thing out of that entire
Yeah.
entire show.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, D-Dog says, "What do you guys think of the new Xbox?"
I don't know what to think.
Looks
I
like a
have no
shittier
opinion on
PC.
it.
Just looks like a shittier PC. That's it, bro.
The name needs to be changed to Xbox Sky. I don't know why they called it Series X. That's a terrible
No,
name. Call
it's
it
not
Sky
even.
because
It's not
a
even
big-
called Series X. Somebody looked at it, and apparently it's called just Xbox. Nothing else. Just Xbox.
Oh, I mean, that's
Why do
not-
companies do that? Just quick thing. I don't understand why companies do that. We're like nowadays, right? Like whenever they're releasing a product that's existed for like ages, they literally just call it the original fucking name.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
that
understand.
shit's confusing as
Weird.
fuck, yo. Like because, like I remember when I was a kid and they did that with a few products, and I was like so fucking confused. Like, but wait, which one am I meant to get? Because like, is this the new one? And I buy the old one. I'm like, what the fuck, yo?
At least
Yeah,
with
I'm kinda
PlayStation,
bad
at least with
names. Well,
PlayStation, you always know it's PS2, PS3, PS4,
Yeah, but like
PS.
that's how I got
Yeah.
fucked over by the Nintendo DS because like they all like whenever you were in a store they didn't like when you looked at the names, right, they were all called DS, right? So like a DSi and a DS had the same exact
Mhm.
shit when you looked at them, right?
Yeah.
Like when you looked at the actual shit. So like I only had a DSi as a kid. I didn't have like a normal Nintendo DS or like some of the
Well, DSi is like the best one though.
I had a DS
yeah, but like
Lite.
that's the one.
I had a
Like
Lite.
I had
Yeah, DS Lite's that.
DSi. That's what I had. I remember because like we got 3 of them for
The
like
one with the camera?
birthday presents.
The one with the camera.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But like,
My-
here's the thing,
my-
right?
DS
Like,
era is so nostalgic.
they were
We're
all
also
under the
taking
same.
selfies.
No, but like they were all under the same umbrella, the same fucking name, right?
Yeah,
Like they were
yeah.
all under the exact same name, which to me was like, like shit. How do I know? Because I didn't even know, which was which. You know what I mean? Like I didn't understand. I didn't actually know that there was a DS that could actually play like Game Boy games. I did not know of that. Like
That's
the
the
first
one I
Oh
had.
DS.
yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
they
the
got
one
rid
I
of that.
had.
with the
Not
I
the
didn't
first
even know
gen
that
one. The
existed.
That's
DS
the
Lite.
DS Lite. Oh,
Yeah, the
I
DS
didn't know
Lite.
that it fucking
Gorgeous.
existed because like they just shit confusingly. So I didn't even know that there was more of those. I was like, so when I first discovered that there was like one like that, I was like, that existed? That was a thing? Why the fuck didn't I have that?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? So like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like naming wise, companies are fucking stupid. Like, just name your shit like what it is, right? Oh, it's product A. Cool. Well, you're making it a new one. We'll call it product B or call product extreme B or just something that makes it different so that we don't fucking confuse it. Like, I feel like at least Series X, like as you said, like I've also heard that that's not the actual name.
Yeah.
But like when I'm looking at the Microsoft main website here, they actually call it the new Xbox Series X. It's even translated in Swedish here for me on like the Swedish Microsoft website. So I'm assuming that is the name for now. But like,
Oh, I can find
the
the
fuck
article
is the
where I
deal?
saw it from, but I think they said they were calling it Series X because they were gonna have multiple iterations of it, so that's why they want you to
well,
get.
of course they would do that.
Yeah,
Of course they would do
So
that.
they want you to
But
get the
wait,
idea.
Ultimate Edition.
Wait,
The
but I'm
Ultimate
so
Edition, the
confused.
Standard Edition.
I'm confused though. Why the fuck would you bother having one of these? Can I just be honest? Like, look at this thing. This is just, it takes up as much space
As a PC.
as a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what the fuck's the point of having one? A PC can play pretty much every single Microsoft game at this point because of Windows, okay? Also, you can play with a controller on PC in pretty much any game. It's super easy to connect. And Xbox controllers are literally made to work with PCs directly on Connect, So like, and even PS4 controllers now, you can I literally just connect it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like with PS3 controllers, you had to use like DS3, like some weird program. But like now you
Yeah.
don't even need that. You just connect it, right?
Yeah,
You just
they all
connect
just
it.
work.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like this thing, right? Like what the fuck's the point? In honesty, right? What's the point of any of these consoles in reality? Like when you think about it, like I feel like nowadays it's more like a novelty value more than anything.
It is.
Because like there's really no inherent need for like, especially Xbox in particular. There's
'Cause it was
literally
on
like at least with
PC.
PS4 and Nintendo, like with Nintendo Switch and PS4,
They
at
got
least
exclusives.
there are exclusive games, exactly.
Yeah.
But with the Xbox, there literally is nothing to be offered because like every game that's on the Xbox is also on PC
Yeah. There's no
because
point.
it's on the Windows Store, or if it's not on the Windows Store, it's just on PC in general. I mean, they literally just brought all the Halo games to Steam.
Yep.
The games that were never available on PC before are now on the PC, right? So like, honestly, what the fuck do you need an Xbox for? Like, genuinely, at least with PS4, there's exclusives, right? There's exclusive games, that will be on there,
Spider-Man.
right?
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch, same thing, exclusive games, and also it's kind of got a unique kind of like family kind of feel to it, right? The Nintendo Switch, or like just any Nintendo product. Usually, it's kind of like a little bit more,
Yeah, it's
interesting.
for like
'cause
playing
they
with
do-
your friends and all, like getting the
Yeah,
bros
exactly.
together.
It's more
Mario
exactly.
Kart
It's more
and
like
Smash. Yeah.
that's kind of what I mean, like a family kind of product. You know what I mean? That everybody. together with people and play with it. You play it, you know, like it's less of a like a console for a singular person, but more of like, you know, a group, like, you know, to play with. But then like the Xbox, in my opinion, it's just like pointless.
Yeah,
in a sense.
they're in a very kind of difficult type of situation. But I sent
And also,
I sent the link in
how
the
do you
Nintendo
trust
Night
them?
chat though. I sent the link about like the name change, so you can click on that if you want to read about it. But yeah, apparently
like,
it's
for real
called
though,
just Xbox.
let me see. Nintendo Night. Wait, what the fuck is Nintendo Night chat? There it is. Seriously, apparently isn't the name of the next generation Xbox. Yeah, no, I've heard about this as well. I've literally heard about this exact thing. It's just
Yeah.
that, like, why would you even, like, you know, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro, when they literally, and then they're like, ah, shit, people are too confused and it just sounds weird. Let's just change it to Xbox. You know, like, literally, like, just backtracking on your own
I
fucking
don't know
things.
why they
Like,
went like why did they call the other one Xbox One? Like what was the whole point of that?
I mean, bro,
Like
they're
remember
just
remember the
fucking-
rumor days? Like remember when everybody was saying it was gonna be called Xbox 720?
the 720, yeah, I remember that.
That's
Like
crazy.
I didn't even play Xbox. Like I've never really like I have a few
neither do I.
Xboxes that I've
I
never
only have
used.
PlayStation and Nintendo. That's the only two I have.
Yeah, but like I have Xboxes that we found in the trash that we just kind of like have. Yeah, like shout out to all the dumpster divers out there. You do God's work for yourself. But for real though, like we have like 3 of them, right? That people threw away, and like I think I played Halo once on it, but like I've never actually like played much on it because like every game that's on there, especially the newer ones, everything is on PC. There's literally like no way in my brain can I see like why I'd want to own one of these. The only time I imagine even wanting to own like an Xbox like One was because of the Game Pass, right? Because they had the Game Pass, and that that shit's actually something that I like from Windows. You know, like for Microsoft, sorry, for like Microsoft, that's actually a good thing. The Game Pass is actually really worth your money. I mean, it's like $15 or some shit, dude. But you get access to like a fucking plethora of games.
Yeah. They're like, doesn't matter who you are, you're at least gonna find 3 or 4 games that you like a lot.
Yeah, and I feel like that could be worth it. Like for a whole year, right? If you in a whole year spend like, let's see, so if there's like 12 months and you pay like what, 50? I think it's $15 for the Game Pass. So like 12 months times 50, you know, like $15. It's $180, right? What is that? Like 3 full games that you'd buy?
3
Essentially,
brand new games, yeah.
yeah. So essentially, you're just buying three games that way, and who maybe they'll add more games during that year, right? That you're paying. Maybe they'll add more games that you actually really want and do like.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
they
think
are.
they even do
They
that.
are. They are.
They
They
actually
do,
add
they do,
even
they
like
do.
I think they have like those like test period things as well for like brand new games as well. So like to me that is a worthwhile reason, and that's the only time I even considered buying an Xbox One. But I already have a PS4, and I was like, I barely even use that. So like, what the fuck's like the point in buying like, you know, an Xbox now? Like, it just I mean,
I go on my PS4 like
Yeah,
twice
yeah,
a
I
year,
feel
bro. I go on my PS4
I
like
feel
twice a
you.
year. Yeah.
But
I mean, I feel like just shit's just, you know, you're just too busy most of the time. I do other shit, and I'm playing more on PC to be honest.
Mhm.
Like, I haven't been on a console like besides Nintendo Switch, right? I don't think I've been on a console for like years.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, also, yo, Matt, shout out to the $1 donation. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
hey, nice one, man.
But yeah, I mean that's what I mean though. With especially with how Xbox's like exclusives are available on PC, there's really no reason for you to have an Xbox. It's like if Nintendo moved like having Smash Bros on like the PC or whatever. There's no more reason to have a Switch anymore or having any type of game if Nintendo's exclusives were available somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Apparently, he was talking like they still got some big studios from Xbox like working on games for it. And we'll see how it goes, I guess. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm
Next year's gonna
doubtful.
be crazy though. You know, next gen systems both are coming out. I mean, rumors that the Switch Pro is probably gonna be coming out next year. Hopefully that's true. So we'll see. But yeah, let me get to the next question here. Let's see. So, what did you think about the new Xbox? Do you think that Dynamax is going to be a one-time thing in Pokemon, or they will continue it?
I don't even think. I mean, in my opinion, that's not.
I think
Never mind.
if we get a Sword and Shield 2, it'll probably be in
Yeah.
it, and maybe in Sinnoh remakes because Megas were in ORAS, so they might probably do the same thing where the gimmick is in the remakes. But besides that, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And
I
don't
personally
really
think
care
that
about it.
Galar that it's only going to be a Galar thing. Really, I think that Mega Evolutions will make a comeback, but That's me thinking, and that's me hoping as
Hopefully.
well. So.
I mean, I don't know. It was so confusing how they just cut them because they literally brought them back in Let's Go and then they cut them in Gen 8. It was so weird.
Nothing makes sense with the lore and stuff like that in Pokemon, dude. Nothing, dude.
They got like a strange amount, like a strange wave of like hate a little bit, you know. Like they got a strange like sort of like hatred, you know, for the megas, because when they initially revealed them, people were pissed off, which I didn't understand because I liked megas. Okay, I liked them from day one. I thought they were cool. I was like, oh shit, yo, like Pokemon like have another stage of evolution now. Like I've always wanted
that
like,
shit was crazy.
But it was pretty weird though. When I first looked at it, I was like, what the heck are you guys doing?
I mean, some of them might have also been a little bit off-putting. Like I think like OS was when I was like, fuck are some of these megas. Like I remember like seeing like the Mega Slowbro, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I actually covered that, like, bro, I did one of my first ever news videos actually on that one. I remember like back in like, you know, the days, I did a news video on that. But like, for real though, like when Megas were introduced, there was so much backlash about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At first,
but then people warmed up to them.
Yeah. The thing that I liked the most about it was it just helped Pokemon that were like really trash and competitive actually be able to be used.
Yeah, like what, Beedrill and shit?
Yeah,
like,
Beedrill, bro. Beedrill like became like really good at sweeping, and nobody cared about
like,
Beedrill.
That's the thing, right? Like that to me was way better than Dynamax, because I feel like Dynamax is just, it's not as fun because one, you're limited to 3 rounds, right? So it isn't a permanent thing. Also, like
they just get bigger,
It just doesn't. Just not that. Even the Gigantamax one, it just isn't that fucking fun. It's just like, oh, cool, they're huge. Who gives a shit, right? And it's like, no, but for real though, like, and also like when they're that large, you can barely see the different design they have. Like you can see it, but it's like it feels like it's just so huge.
You
that
can't
it
see
kind of
it
like,
because of like that glow that happens around.
yeah,
them. I
exactly,
never liked that.
The fucking red glow shit.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Corviknight is a good example on that one.
Dude, I don't like that glow.
Yeah.
Like the whole cloud that happens above them when they like Dynamax.
It just ruins the whole design. Like it feels like, you know,
they should have just gotten bigger without all that happening. Yeah, and
Exactly.
I thought it was gonna be connected. Like I thought they were gonna explain why there's a cloud and all that in the story, but they just don't. So there's really no reason to even have it. So I don't understand why they do.
I like Dynamaxing. It's not that bad for me. Honestly.
I don't like it. I think the only reason I think you really like it is raids. I think that's the only reason you like it.
Raids are
I like it because
you enjoy raids. So
I enjoy
that
them a
kind of
little
like
bit, but I enjoy the competitive.
Yeah,
aspect
in
of the whole
competitive,
thing.
it's kind of fun because it's like you don't
Exactly.
know which one they're gonna Dynamax.
Yeah,
like,
but at the same time, that's the thing though. It's just a giant nuke button. You know?
No,
I mean not always.
It is a giant nuke.
No, because most
Not
of the
really.
time, because like the way that they work now is the attacks. It's not even for the attacks that people use Dynamax. It's the effects that come after.
Exactly.
It's like people-
Max Steel Spikes.
Well, that's
Yeah.
more like
Defense and stuff
Gigantamax
like that.
Pokemon though.
Yeah, well, no. Like Dynamax, and like if they use like a water move, they don't really care about doing big damage with water. They just want the
gotcha.
rain up. They want the rain up because that helps their team with like Swift Swim, for example, so they get more speed.
gotcha.
That's how like
No,
the
but I don't
competitive
know.
works.
Like I don't know. I just, to me, like Dynamax, I don't know. It feels like right now looking at place, like, and I just haven't bothered with it because I just don't know, man. Honestly, bro, I haven't touched Sword and Shield now since like the other day when I hacked like. The
Oh,
Gen
I have
1
not
Pokemon
touched it in a
game.
while, bro. I've been playing only Fire Emblem Three Houses because people
Bro,
keep telling me to play that.
I've only touched it now when I hacked like literally just I just put all the Gen 1 Pokemon in the game because the guy put together.
Oh
right?
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the last time when I uploaded that was the last time that I've touched the game since. Like since then I haven't touched it, right? And before that I hadn't touched it since like I don't know, fucking start of December maybe. You know, like just haven't touched the game because there's just fuck all to
nothing.
do.
Yeah.
You know, there's just nothing there. I mean, sure, there's shiny hunting, but honestly, the fucking shiny hunting is just literally Masuda method. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
I heard
Like,
it's not as fun in this game as like
Yeah,
previous.
you can't even do the other method, bro, because it's broken. Like, it actually doesn't even give you. And you know they won't fix it, by the way. But literally, like, people have actually. I think M&J, actually, M&J TV, right? I think he actually explained this in one of his videos because I wasn't aware of this until I watched his video. He was talking about all the bad stuff in Sword and Shield, and he literally mentioned like one of the most annoying things is like the stats for shiny hunting are fucking broken. Why? Because these idiots, they put in some wrong variables where like, you know how on their website, how they say like, if you do 100 battles, you'll have an increased chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. Right?
Yeah.
That's actually false because you get an increase of only 3%. You're right?
Mhm.
Like the percentage they're giving you is fucking false. Right? Like it doesn't actually fucking work. it's broken. The actual stats for it are broken and fucking like just not working. So like you can't even do the method that they've intended to be the method within this game. At least the previous games had the methods working. This game doesn't even have that. So people are just doing Masuda method because it's the fastest one, right? Like they're just doing that, and I just can't be bothered fucking having to like. And also, by another thing, by the way, you can't even when you're doing Masuda method, you can't even get fucking rid of Pokemon quickly because you have to release every Pokemon. Every Pokemon needs to be released one at a fucking time. See, he knows. He knows because he's been doing it. He knows, right? At least in like Let's Go, bro. Like how is this fucking game? How is Game Freak? Like how did they bro? Like they take one step forward and 50 steps back all the time, bro. They add in the for real though. They add in shit that's good in one game and then they fucking remove it in the next game, right? So. In Let's Go Beat Let's Go Eevee, they had an option where you could click several Pokemon at the same time and then release them all. You know?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I tried to do that. You can't do that.
You can release 49 Pokemon, dude, in like, you know, like in the snap of a finger, right?
That? Yeah.
Because they're fucking idiots. That's why. They're fucking incompetent, bro. Like literally, this company is so fucking stupid. I don't understand them. Like, how do you fucking like literally? They add in shit that there's no reason to remove. Like, there's one thing removing, like, specific features, like, let's say, you know, like, Battle Frontier not being there, or this thing not being there, or not all the Pokemon being there. But, like, this is just core, basic shit, right? Like, just the most simple of fucking things.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you not have it there? Like, how is this not in the game?
It's just
like,
a quality of life thing.
Yeah, it's just such a small thing, though. It's such a small fucking thing. And they can't even handle that shit, bro. They're incompetent as fuck, and I don't understand. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, do they just want to fuck with us? Or, like, what is the deal? Because at this point, I don't know what to say anymore. Because they're just getting me pissed off now that I think about it. Like, I've been trying to stay positive about Pokemon because I've been replaying the old games because I'm collecting footage. I'm playing the old Pokemon games. And, bro, it is so fucking nostalgically beautiful. Like, the only reason I can love Pokemon still is by playing the old games. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
The only reason I can play, like, I can enjoy this.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Because
you don't think you're just looking at it through a rose-colored lens?
Bro, no, I'm playing the older games and actually having fun with them and actually enjoying. Because you know why? Because I'm playing the games again now and I'm discovering things I never knew about back then.
Yeah.
But you don't.
I got
do you understand?
soon. I gotta
think
go
about,
back.
no, think about this.
Powered by nostalgia?
Bro, no, listen. Listen to what I just said. I'm replaying a game that I played like over a decade ago, okay?
Correct.
And I'm finding new things that I never knew existed there before, right?
Okay.
I'm finding things I never knew existed, right? I'm finding characters and shit that I never really discovered before or never really looked into when I played, right? I'm finding these things because guess what? The games just had more shit in them. This time around,
That's just not even there in the new games, bro. The roots are so short. Like, there's literally nothing.
Bro, for real?
I agree with that.
For real? These fucking, like, bro, like, I wouldn't be, listen, dude. I wouldn't be judging this shit if it wasn't for the fact that, like, I remember these old games, bro. I played through, like, I think I played through 5, like, more times than I can fucking count, okay? Like, I know that game inside out at this point, right? And I played through the other games, like, a million times as well. But, like, replaying them again now, right? Like, again, once more. I'm still finding shit that I never thought about before or never really went into. Like, there's, like, specific areas and certain caves that I just didn't bother exploring because I knew where to go, like, or, you know, I just didn't bother. I just went towards where the exit was. Right? Like, I didn't really, like, look around or decide to go into certain spots, right? But then I decided, you know what? Actually, I'm playing through the games to find everything in them. So let me see, you know, what exists in these areas. So I go inside. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know this was here. Or, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Or what is this? You know? Like, honestly, there was just so much more, like, so much more unique shit. But, like, look at this new game, right? Look at, like, genuinely look at Sword and Shield, right? There's fuck all to explore. The game is pretty linear, okay? Like, sure, people can make the argument, but there's the open world area. Yeah, but it's literally like a blob.
Lifeless.
It's a fucking blob that nothing's happening in it. Everything's static. Everything is the same spot. Literally, I thought at least, like, you know, encounters would be random there, right? That things would be kind of like spawning a little bit. But they didn't even do that. I honestly thought, okay? I genuinely thought that, like, oh, cool, these things will be in different spots. But then when I played Name, I'm like, why is Beedrill in the exact... Oh, not Beedrill, sorry. Why is Galvantula in the exact same spot that it was in the trailer? Wait, did they not bother actually making these random, but just, like, literally put them in specific static spots? That's kind of boring. That's kind of boring. This is not that interesting, right? I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of shit, right? But like, for real, like the whole wild area is just a giant fucking shitty blob that doesn't have anything. Like I thought, bro, there would be unique caves, right? Interesting buildings to enter, right, in the wild area. I thought there was gonna be more to it.
I thought you would unlock shit as you progress, but it's literally what you get to in the beginning. That's the whole wild area for the rest of the game.
Bro, I loved it. Arlo, YouTuber Arlo.
Yeah,
right? Like
Yeah, he tore that game apart. It was hilarious.
Dude, I saw his review, bro. He was going in. I love that video. He was so right. He was so right.
SHIT, bro.
Oh, he was going in perfectly. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, tear it apart.
Bro, here's the thing, though, dude. Literally, what he said, and I was like, that's my exact thought. When he came to the wild area, he said, like basically his point was, I came to the wild area. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is pretty nice. But then when he finished up the wild area, he's like, okay. I wonder when the game's gonna give me the next wild area, right? And then he was like, "Oh, there is nothing more. This is it. Like this is it. This is it. I expected. I really thought there was gonna be more, like a bigger wild area. But this is it. This literally is it."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that was my exact same thought. I really thought, like, if you look at the map of Galar, bro, there's so much space. There's so much space you could put shit into. But then when you play it, you're like, this fucking game is empty. I mean, for real though, think of like Ruby Sapphire, right? Now I'll always bring up this example because I fucking love it, okay? The Reggies, right?
Yeah.
The Reggies in those games, bro, have the most fun and unique ways to be caught. Because you got these little weird-ass fucking little puzzles you got to do, right, to get them. Mm-hmm. That shit is so unique. Now imagine, right? Like, I hate people that defend this shit, but like, imagine, like, if Sword and Shield, right? If it was actually a competent game, imagine if, like, in the wild area. No, for real though.
Straight up savage.
If it was actually a
but it isn't though. That's the thing. But, like,
I know, but you already know people.
We know, dude.
I know.
I comment that you had to slip in.
Bro, I had to, bro. But for real though, if it was right. Let's be fair. Imagine if you went into the wild area and you find like hidden grottos, right, and caves and dungeons and shit, right. Imagine if you could find that sort of stuff in the open world area. Like, imagine if there was shit to explore. There's nothing to explore. There's one space, bro, that opens up after like the 7th gym or some shit. No, actually after the 6th gym. There's like one space that opens. That's because you can surf. Yeah, because you can surf.
Yeah. So
and that's it. That's fuck all. That's literally nothing. I expected there to be more, bro. Like, I want to see caves, grottos, shit happening, actually, shit being there. But there's nothing. It's just empty. And when I look at the games, the roots are fucking the worst thing in the game, okay? The roots are horrible. They're the shortest things I've ever fucking played.
Absolutely.
And
they're freaking hallways. Yeah.
Oh my god, when I hear people like, the story is amazing. The story is amazing. Hop's the best driver. Hop's fucking, literally, all Hop does is, Hey, buddy, you want to battle? Because I love my brother and he's the champion and I want to be a champion and the best trainer as well. Ha 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 ha. How is that unique and interesting and people are like, it's really endearing, Like, his journey is really deep. Like, he looks up to his brother and he wants to be like his brother. What is special there?
Nothing.
He just wants to fucking be the champion like every other motherfucker. What the fuck's, what's so special there? Also,
there's no more... Right? I'm sorry. I said you're right. There's no more heart in these games. A lot of games are hitting this bump where they're using either nostalgia to get viewers or they're leeching off the fan base's like love for the game. Like, they'll throw out anything and everyone will buy it. They'll complain, but they'll buy it. I mean, that's what Call of Duty did. That's what Halo did.
But Call of Duty suffered though. But
Pokemon won't. Pokemon's their fan base is so solid they can throw out anything and people will buy it.
You know what the problem with Pokemon is that it's a franchise that's so like it's so engraved in people, right?
Yeah,
and like
childhood,
and the thing is, people don't expect much from Pokemon. They just expect to be like catch new Pokemon, do gym battles, finish game, that's it, right? That's what the general people expect, right? They just that's all they expect from those games, right? Just get that shit done, boom, move on to the next thing, right? That's how the general fan base is like. Whereas like, other games have like, like fan base, like the problem with this fan base is that it's a mixture of a lot of young people, very young people, and a lot of older people that are just like just nostalgia, being nostalgia baited in, right? It's kind of the same shit with Star Wars. Okay, time for me to rant about Star Wars because the latest Star Wars movie was the biggest pile of shit.
I haven't seen it.
Bro, it was the biggest. Like, I thank God.
I've heard that.
Listen, I thank God that The Mandalorian is a thing because The Mandalorian is the most fantastic series I've fucking watched in ages. Okay, it is beautiful, bro. It's so fucking good. Okay, I love The Mandalorian, and it's written by two people who fucking care about Star Wars. Okay, Jon Favreau and the guy who plays Happy in Iron Man and Avengers. His name, no, sorry, that is Jon Favreau. Sorry, Jon Favreau and I literally said his name and I fucking confused. No, Jon Favreau and what's the other guy's name? I can't remember. But basically the guy who wrote and did majority of the Clone Wars episodes, which are fucking fantastic. But here's the thing I'm trying to get to, right? Star Wars is a fucking shit show right now. And the only reason Star Wars is still making millions for Disney is just because of the fact that it's Star Wars, right? It's such a huge fucking name. When you look at the biggest franchises in the world, right? It's usually, Pokemon, Star Wars. I mean, Pokemon's bigger than Star Wars, insanely enough, right? As a media, a singular media franchise.
Because Pokemon, bro, it's got their games, they got the movies, they got the anime, the merch,
the merchandise. That's what they make.
It's so big, it's so big.
Yeah. But Star Wars is also huge. But they don't give as much shit about their games. Like that's not what they make. They make their money. They make more of their money from the toys. That's where Star Wars makes the most money, and the movies, right? That's where they kind of bank on making cash, right? Whereas Pokemon makes money, from both from video games, which make billions, right?
It's more from the merch though. They make the most
billions and billions and billions just for merchandise, exactly.
Yeah, just little plush animals and notebooks and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? With Star Wars right now, they're kind of in the same spot where at least Star Wars has something good, which is the Mandalorian. It's the only good thing from Star Wars, and the newest Star Wars game. The newest Star Wars actually, it's basically Star Wars fucking Dark Souls. But it's actually a decent game. People are loving it, and it's across the board, people are loving it, But then you have the fucking movies, which are just a fucking SJW propaganda shit show. At least the first and the second one were kind of the second one mainly. The first one was just kind of shitty. The second one was a fucking disaster. The latest one was a plot hole filled mess. Okay. But the movies are a fucking shit show, disaster, and people have been outraged, but they still make millions because it's not because of the dedicated fan base, but it's more the casual fan base, right? Or the casuals that go in, bro. Because I remember going to the cinema, right? When The Last Jedi came out, and I go to the cinema and I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen. But people around me are these normies, they don't know shit what's going on. They just see names they kind of vaguely recognize. They hear Leia and they're like, woohoo, Leia, woohoo, woohoo. They see Luke Skywalker, they're like, oh my god, Luke Skywalker.
Facts.
They see that shit and they just go ape shit crazy, oh my god, this is the best thing in the world, and they start coming all over themselves. But me watching it, I'm just this makes no sense. This makes no sense. What the fuck am I watching? This is so stupid. Why the fuck would Luke do that? That's just not what he would do. That's just literally goes against everything that the originals fucking set up. Everything that the originals did was unwinded and destroyed with these newest movies. But this is the thing with Pokemon, right? They just fuck up their own legacy now with these newer games. And people just don't. The fan base is a lot of casuals that will buy anything. Okay. They'll buy anything that is given to them, okay? Anything. And there's nothing that can be done about it. Until, the casuals get bored of Pokemon, which they just will not.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they will not.
There's always new generations of kids that grow up with
actually,
it.
Funny thing. I was literally in the store the other day in the GameStop with a friend of mine because he was buying, Christmas presents for his family, right? And his girlfriend. So he was there, and I was in the GameStop with him, just, as he's buying stuff, and I'm just, going around chilling with him, right? Yeah. So we're in there, and, I'm standing with him, and then I just hear the sound of, one of the clerks working at the GameStop, one of the employees, talking to, a kid that came in, because the kid came in, and it was, and he was literally, this tiny kid, maybe, 9, 10 years old, right? Pretty much my little brother's age. So he's like, hey, do you guys have Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield? and I'm just and my ear just hears that. I'm like, oh, this is why Pokemon shit. This right here. This is why this franchise shit. This is literally it. This is it. This is the reason, of course. How did I not think about this?
We can't hate on them for the kids. The kids
no. I don't blame the kid, but here's the thing, right? The problem is that he's gonna grow up now. He's gonna love Sword and Shield, right? He's gonna be like, oh my god, it's amazing, right? He's gonna grow up, right? Then we're gonna have to deal with him in our comment sections being fuck you, Sword and Shield was the best game ever.
That's so
you
facts,
you
though.
fucking hater.
Oh my
You know, like he'll
God.
grow up, right? Like 5 years from now, when we're talking about how the shit
I'm telling you,
generation
those
12
14
is.
and 15-year-olds are dangerous, bro.
Yo, they come in with that army every time on Twitter, bro.
I'm telling you, they ruin
It's
everything.
true though. But for real though, bro, like literally, like 5 years from now, when we're arguing about how Generation 11 is shit, he'll literally be there in the comment section or in our stream, just calling us a fucking, you know, calling us some just dumbass shit haters or
I
whatever.
can already see it.
You know he will be because he played one Pokemon.
Minecraft guy 69.
Exactly. No, not Minecraft guy. Bro, in the
Fortnite
future, it's
guy.
gonna be some other. Yeah, Fortnite.
Exactly,
Fortnite Kid 55. Okay, so like he'll be there. He'll be bitching. He'll be complaining. Right, calling us haters for shitting on the latest generation, which was probably going to be trash as well. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I think we can pretty much self-establish that. Literally, just like looking into the future, like it's
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
We already know.
But like for real though, honestly, like I can see now why these games like are, you know, why they are like this, because bro, they like Pokemon is so ingrained in people, right? When my fucking dad knows what like Pikachu is, right? That's when I know that this shit is too big, okay? It is too big when even he knows it, because you know, like that's when you know it's too large. You know, that's when you know it's too big, and it's never gonna like, you know,
That's what she
it's
said.
never gonna fall. Wow, nice one.
But
like, I really hope that's what she says though. But for real though, it's just that's where we are right now. We're kind of fucked, you know? Like we're basically fucked. We're literally just
Yeah.
there's nothing we can fucking do. Like
The fact that they're not willing to do fix anything just shows you right there that it's pretty much done for at this point.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Dude,
I
like,
mean,
that's what I was
like
saying
here's
on
the
Twitter.
thing.
Remember
In
I
the
was like-
summer, bro, in the summer, when people were roasting Sword and Shield and like calling all this stuff, like the trees was like one of the biggest memes that came out of that entire summer. Everybody was talking about how this tree looked like shit or whatever.
Someone
now,
made
if
a
they
YouTube
cared,
channel out of that.
now if they cared, they would fix that tree and make the texture so good to shut everybody's face up when the game comes out in November, and everybody would have been like, "Oh damn, they actually fixed it." It looks exactly the same as that N64 shit that looked like how it did in June, bro.
Oh, you remember how people were like, they're gonna fix it?
Yes,
by the time
that's
it
what I'm
comes out.
saying. All the people were like, "Oh, but they're gonna fix it." Imagine talking about a fucking demo like this, and I'm like, "They're not gonna fix it. We already know what they do." And now they didn't fix it, and now they don't talk when you tell them. It's like, oh my god.
I might have said that once or twice, but continue.
No, but like I tried to stay like optimistic back then. I was like, you know what? Hey,
Oh, yeah.
who knows?
Exactly,
Maybe we'll
exactly.
change.
Yeah, that's what I
You know,
said.
dude,
I said,
we were
I said
all,
maybe.
like,
I'm a positive dude. I'm a positive dude. So,
I said maybe
in
the
the
story was gonna be like really good or something, and like it was gonna make up
Yeah.
for it. I was being optimistic.
Y'all remember, like I was not even that like going hard on these games before they came out.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Zach
now
was
I'm
like
like,
pretty
yeah,
chill.
this
Zach
is
was
what-
actually Zach was actually getting kind of hype over a lot of the announcements too, like most of them.
Yeah.
I tried. Like I was
Same here.
getting hype over something.
Yo, Arrow, I said something in the Stream Nights chat.
There is no Stream Nice chat.
Or Nintendo Night. You know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
No, you have to get
Dream night.
Oh shit.
Wow, that is fucking great. That's actually kind of crazy when you think about
That's
it.
actually
Wow.
sad because one has.
Could have just spit in our faces while you were at it, dude. Come on. Nintendo Night, dude. Nintendo Night.
Shit.
But yo, I'm looking at that tree though. That's depressing. No, but for real though, like they, like this thing. I try to stay positive, and I honestly was pretty positive. But that's because I really thought there was gonna be more there, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why I stayed positive and still happy.
And
I
they
was
hyped
playing-
up. They were hyping up everything too in the interviews. Like they were always like, "Oh, but we put so much more into the post game this time, and you're gonna understand when you play it." And then you're like, "No, you don't, because you played the post game, and it's just 8 battles, and you don't do jack shit."
Exactly.
Yeah, but I was so confused because I was playing the game and I was still trying to. Like I'm playing it, I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm just like realizing
Yeah.
that was nothing. Like I realized as I was playing, I was like, why are these roots just feeling so short? But I was like, you know what? Hey, fuck it, let's continue playing, right? Kept playing. And I finished the game. I'm like, cool. And then I sleep on it. I wake up. I'm like, something isn't right here. Like something fell off. What the fuck was that? Like something isn't right here. And I look back at the game. The roots were fucking nothing, and the story was nothing. The only interesting thing that happens is at the end, and it isn't even because you know it's gonna come and it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's. There's no build
it's
up.
fuck all. But like, bro, compare that to like the Sinnoh story, right? The build up there. You know, you run into Cynthia. You know,
you go into
Cyrus,
space. You go into the freaking distortion world, bro.
Cyrus
Or
does
like,
all this weird
dude,
shit, right? Like,
and in
unique
Unova, when
fucking
Getsus
crap.
tries to murder you, oh
Yes,
my God.
and like they're at the Pokemon League and they fucking summon a big ass castle. Like that shit was so hype. And you actually had to go through in that. Yeah, that
An
was so
interesting
sick.
character. An actually interesting fucking character, right?
The
But like,
best character
I'm looking
ever.
at that. I'm just like, that shit was like, that was actually a story there.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at this and I'm just like, there's nothing here.
The story of this
People are
game
like,
felt like a mobile game.
bro, and people are like, there was a great story, right? But like, you know what? You know what the problem is, bro? It's just that people are so used to mediocrity at this point. You know, people are just
I know,
used to
because a
getting
lot of things are going
trash.
downhill. A lot of other things are going downhill. So then it's just people accepting worse and worse.
Yeah, they accept mediocrity. They literally just accept mediocrity at this point.
Yeah.
That shit, it just pisses me off because like,
It's so
did it
funny
become
though,
a norm?
because like when you know like it could have been so much better, but now people are just so willing to accept what we get now. It's crazy.
I know.
It's like what
can't
Ruffled
with
said
it.
the last podcast, where it's like you go to McDonald's, you order a full meal, and they give you freaking half your fries, half a drink, and half the burger, and you start celebrating. Thank you, McDonald's. Let's go. That's what I wanted. Like that's just what I wanted.
I know.
It's like, come on, bro. Like,
How do people just accept
how do you
this
not know? Like it could have
mediocrity?
been so much better. Yeah.
How do you not have
That's facts.
standards for your palate?
Yeah.
Nasty.
No, but I don't know, man. I feel like people are just kind of like they're just too fucking accepting of like just.
Yeah, I mean, people
mediocrity.
can be whatever. I will still call them out anytime I see some bullshit. I'm just
Yeah.
I know,
I'm gonna
but
get hate for
the
it,
problem
but
is
that's
you
okay.
can't even properly call them out without people. Just,
Because
Oh,
people
yeah.
will jump down your throat and cancel you.
yeah, they try to
okay.
cancel you every time. That's the thing.
I know.
Yep.
Dude, Era, you got canceled so many times over the summer.
Oh my
so
god.
did I. Like,
Oh yeah, I know. Every time like you post any tweet, bro, there's always some big ass guy who like quote retweets you trying to like say something.
I know, and gets all mad.
Oh man, I don't
Oh
even
my
look at them
God.
anymore. But yeah, it's crazy.
It's hilarious. I know. I turned off notifications for like people that I don't follow and that don't follow me, and it's way peaceful. It's very peaceful now.
Oh yes, the block button is your friend.
Oh yes.
no, mute's better though.
Oh, mutes are better, yeah, because they don't know. They don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Big brain time.
Big yeah, so 6,000 IQ play.
But for real though, bro, like I feel like everything gaming wise right now, like nowadays, is just depressing because children
Agreed.
nowadays, like, and I feel like it's I fucking hate that whole like thing that Masuda said, like the whole like kids like like just this whole like focus he has on like children nowadays have the attention spans of peanuts, so we need to make the games really quick and small so they can just eat it and move on to the next thing, right? Which is why we keep getting shitty games because they want to go this mobile gaming fucking. You know what's funny? I actually literally I've been watching a lot of South Park now. And I watched an episode where like Terrence and Phillip, which are like these Canadian characters or whatever, like basically like I don't know, comedians, whatever, that the kids in South Park really like, and like the Canadian government to build up their whole country basically make a freemium mobile game where all you do is just collect coins, but then you pay money to get more coins to collect, right? To build like build cities and shit, and like basically they like show you like like we used to make games, you pay for a game, you get enjoyment, but cycle, you take basic RPG elements, you make them blah 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 blah, and then you make them you entice them with flashy graphics, and then you make them pay more money and rinse and repeat. This way we make a lot of money, and I'm like. Yeah, and like the whole episode is literally mocking mobile gaming, and I'm just looking at it like, yeah, that this makes sense because this is literally our time right now. We're literally games can't even be full games. It's all it is. It's just a way
I'm just
to
giving
put
it
you on money.
I'm just being honest, man. These phones are ruining everything.
The what?
That's all I'm saying.
These
Phones are ruining
they
everything.
Oh, phones.
They sure are. They
Like,
fucking
really
are.
everything.
Fuck 'em, dude. Like,
They're
bro,
ruining
like,
social interaction. They're ruining games. Like they're ruining every little thing because of everyone's like.
Bro, that's so
attention
true
span.
though. Like I saw a tweet like a few days ago where it was like the year is 2008. You're coming home from 3rd grade. You're doing your homework. Mom's making dinner, and you're watching Drake and Josh on TV. And I'm like that shit. No 3rd grader now ever experiences that shit anymore, bro.
Yeah,
they
they're
just come
sitting,
home.
They're sitting and watching like finger buddies on fucking.
It's not
And
even
that's
that.
like-
It's just they're on their
like-
phone now, or it's like playing Fortnite or
Exactly.
some shit.
No,
Like,
but bro, I know because I have 2 younger siblings, bro. All I see them do is watching like Ryan's toy reviews. Like they're watching that, or they're watching
I
these
know.
fucking really weird. Bro, like YouTube's got some really fucking weird content.
I know, I've seen it, bro.
Bro, this
I haven't
website's got
I've
some
seen
really
it, dude.
fucking weird. Bro, I needed to fucking. I literally I scolded my little brother for watching J Station. Like I scolded him. I literally told him like
Oh, that
I do not
guy,
want you
yeah.
to. Yeah, I literally told him I do not want you ever to watch this piece of shit ever again. And literally he hasn't touched it. He hasn't touched it. No, I'm not joking, dude. I literally told him.
No, yeah.
Because that piece of shit does not deserve to be watched. He's a fucking scumbag that needs to burn in fucking hell. That's where he needs to go. Like, I don't care what he says. That guy, bro, that guy literally, bro, J Station, bro, he's the guy when any YouTuber or any content creator, any famous person dies, he literally milks their fucking death by doing these Ouija board things, bro.
Yeah.
He did it for.
I saw that. That's
He pissed me off when he did it about Etika.
He did it to Etika,
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
was like,
messed up.
And
yo,
that
my
shit, literally, I fucking lost my shit. And when I saw that my little brother was watching it, I told him, do not ever fucking watch. Do not, please, I'm begging you, do not watch that shit. And he hasn't touched it since. Like, he literally hasn't watched it because I literally told him, please, do not watch this piece of shit. Like, because he's just a fucking scumbag. And I hate that guy. I genuinely hate him because he's the most disgusting human there fucking is. Because, like, I think, like, Pyrocynical said it the best. Like, nowadays, you can't even die right. Like, you can't even fucking die.
I know, because of
like,
these
right.
effing,
Because
like, the phones and the social media and everyone just spreading everything. It's like, ugh.
yeah, and people just, like, I don't know, not just that, but like, people trying to, you can't even die correctly, right? Because like if you're even semi-famous, right, or a YouTuber or something like that, if you die, people will try to literally milk your death for all.
Yeah, and make jokes about it and everything.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even die correctly. So like, literally, this I don't know. Everything's just kind of fucked. And like, fuck phones, bro. I agree, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Zach. Fuck phones, bro. They're fucking like, bro. Back in the day, bro, all you needed, bro, was a fucking. You know what? All you needed was a beautiful little Nokia. Okay, beautiful little Nokia. That went.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you needed to make fucking calls, okay? Exactly. All you needed was to make calls, and once you made your call,
and that's what they should be made for. Like, the internet should be on a computer. It was better before because, like, we had the internet, like, in, like, the 2000s, but it wasn't, like,
on the
intruding
computer.
on everyone's lives.
Yeah.
Like, you would do your work in an office. It wasn't something
you could just have in your pocket, yeah.
Yeah, like, you would do your work in the office or play a game, like, you know, basic and whatever, like Half-Life or whatever at home, and, like, that would be it. Now it's, like, everywhere in every life, and you're seeing it even on the streets. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Not just that, but like just in general, like everything feels so fucked nowadays because like, bro, I never used to use like the only reason I have an Instagram is for Ruffle Rally, just so I can like, I don't know, it's like I don't even use it 5 months ago.
Yeah,
but like I only had it as like Twitter. A promotional kind of thing, right? Because like you kind of need it as as a content creator, kind of need it. But like I never use that to post pictures about like what food I'm eating or what the fuck I'm doing. Or where I am. Like I was in Italy, right, on like a vacation. I haven't posted a single photo from being there, right? Because I didn't go there, right, to fucking take photos to show people how great I had it in Italy. Right, I didn't go there.
You had to experience it first.
I'm in Italy. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my.
Trying to fly.
Beautiful. Look at the sun.
So shallow.
Look at the sun. I'm in. Oh my god. Look at me. Like.
I'm telling you.
You used to be meant to go on vacations, right? To get relaxed, to enjoy yourself, to have fun. Yeah. You went there for your own experience, which is why I love travel, like these travel YouTube channels, like
those are awesome.
Bald and Bankrupt, my favorite fucking like travel kind of like YouTuber, right? Because he doesn't go to Paris or fucking or like Hollywood or whatever.
New York City or
he doesn't go anywhere there, bro. You know where he fucking goes? He goes to fucking Belarus. He goes to Russia. He goes to fucking like to Romania. We're like, why the fuck would you be there? He goes to Bolivia, right? He goes there and he finds the most interesting people, bro. He has conversations, right? He has interesting interactions with people. He drinks vodka with babushkas. This is fucking amazing, right? That shit is far more entertaining to me than watching some dude being like, hey, watch me ski, like, watch me like, I don't know, like, watch me like ride the
stand
waves,
on the edge of a cliff,
ski the Italian or ski the Swiss Alps. Yeah,
I don't know, like who fucking cares? Like,
it's annoying. Like, stop sharing everything. Just enjoy your life.
Yeah, and that's another thing, bro. Like, I don't give a shit about you being in it's one thing what I did there because that's what I did when I came back from Italy. I called my friend over the same day I came home. I called my friend over and it's like, hey man, come over, let's talk. You know, it's we haven't talked now for a while. So he came over and I told him about all the stories and stuff, right? I told him the stories. I didn't go like, hey man, check my Instagram, like check my Instagram story. Check out the pictures of what I did. I didn't do that. I was like, you know what, hey, and like sure, there's cool shit you can film in photo, right? As memories, right? But like, I don't think people do it as memories. They just do it as a way to kind of essentially flex, right? Flex
they do it for clout and like
exactly,
like
and
more likes and more comments,
and just to be like, I've done this, I've been here, haha, look at me.
Yeah, it's so shallow. Like there's no reasoning behind it. It's just like look at me.
When was the time when we could just enjoy our little journeys, right, and have fun? Which is, I don't know why, I just want to like just get a bunch of money together and just travel the fucking world a little bit, see a little bit more of the world, have a little bit more fun, go to places that are more interesting than just going to like tourist-filled shits. Because I was in Italy and I had a few, the most fun I had in Italy was not when I was in the middle of the big city, the square and shit where all the people were. The most fun I had was when we just went off the rails into like the middle of fucking nowhere to find like a fucking like a water park, like a water park, dude. That like only had Italian people, not a single tourist, bro. So like they had no fucking clue what we were doing, bro, or what we were saying. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, break out like bubble bath dance party in the middle of this thing. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And we just jump in there like, yeah, let's go, dude. And like we just had to hear just like a guy like, una cerveza, okay, let's go, bro. Just start bouncing. It was fucking insane, right? And I was like, I did not expect this, right? I expect to just come here and just get a little bit of water, right? And then like we leave that place and we're just wandering around this like weird little Italian city. I'm like, the fucking like where the fuck are we, right? Like, I don't know the fuck what we're doing. We're kind of lost. My phone is dying. Like, are we even gonna make it home? Like that shit was fun. Or actually, when we literally came there and we had to walk from like the bus station to our hotel, we come there. We can't even stay there that night. We're there, so we have to take a taxi to a different hotel. And our taxi driver drives 150 kilometers an hour in fucking like in these tiny little alleys, dude. Like these tiny little alleys. I literally thought we were gonna die because he was literally, you know how people the whole like joke about like skirt, like that noise, like skirt, right? Yeah. Imagine actually hearing that from a car. Imagine actually hearing that from a fucking car, because that's how fast this shit was insane. But that's what I'm talking about. Like that's the stories, like the stories you can tell, not just being like, hey guys, look at me, look at me on the beach, look at my titties. Like I don't fucking care, I don't fucking care about that. Like, like just it's more fun to like have these like interesting things to talk about. Like I don't know.
Yo, I completely agree.
Yep.
Oh, fuck off, Nitro Ninja. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck you. I'm a boomer. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck young people. They're all trash. They're the only reason this fucking world's going downhill. Fuck them all. The world used to be better before. I don't give a shit. Yes, I'm a boomer. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Yes, I'm a boomer.
Dude, like we're like the last gen, like our gen, like the late '90s born, like early, very very early, like 2000 born kids. Like we know a world before like smartphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like the last ones to
people being born nowadays have iPads and iPhones and shit. It's like
like right out the womb.
Sony Ericsson, bro. My old Sony Ericsson phone, the buttons and shit, bro. That shit was amazing. I remember playing Snake on that thing, bro. You remember Snake?
I know. Yes, I played Snake. Yes,
bro. This shit was fucking amazing, bro. I remember, like, dude. You guys remember buying fucking MP3s on that shit from like these like phone numbers, bro? And, like,
I remember going to websites and downloading shit on.
Remember the commercials for ringtones? I remember watching commercials for ringtones and like
I know
it was just a cat meowing for like 99 cents, and I would just buy it like an idiot. But
I know,
bro. Yeah. Yes, mate. Yes. Like, I remember wasting like all my phone money, bro. Like just buying like these things that I actually ended up getting scammed half the time. So like I remember that shit, bro. But like literally, like I remember those days, man. And now I'm looking at today, and I'm just like, bro, you can't go anywhere or do anything without people like just. Like, I don't know, this is this weird feeling, man. It's
and
like,
everyone just feels like kind of zombified now. Like, they're not.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah,
there's
like
that's
people
true.
Just don't talk. It's very weird.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, the only times I really can like fully, experience like some interesting joy is when I'm hanging out with friends. Outside, we go and do things, right? And even there, it ends up being a bit problem sometimes because sometimes people just be pulling out their phones and just looking at them like, all the time. I'm just like, like even I do it like because I'm just like more or less like it's just when nothing's happening, right? You're just like fuck it, well, I'll turn to the phone, right? But like the most fun parts is when we're not pulling out the phones, we're actually doing shit and we're having a fucking blast and just
it's like that's the same thing too. It's like when we're all hanging out with with our friends or whatever, when we're actually doing something, like when they all come over and we're all like, I don't know, like just actually talking, chilling, like having a good time or something. It's
That
actually fun.
face-to-face communication, that's important.
Yeah, but then whenever like somebody else is
Yeah.
doing something or somebody else, like everybody else just goes on their phones, you know, and then it's like, what the hell, you know?
Like-
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, like the like a few weeks before Sword and Shield came out, right? Because I expected like Sword and Shield were like in terms of like the amount of content that was gonna have to produce. So I decided to like invite my friends over to just have like a barbecuing like like party or whatever, just like to chill, eat some food, play some Smash and shit, and just have a good time, right?
Mhm.
And I remember like, and this was the same time when I was feeling like super depressed. So like when they came over, it really like alleviated a lot of the stress, and like my mind got a lot more clear, and I felt way better. And then out of nowhere, I was like, "Hey guys, so quick question: would you guys mind helping me make a rap video?" I literally like imagine that, bro. And I just bring that back like this box of all my like all my different like outfits I use on stream, and like just like they just all put them on, bro. Like it was fucking hilarious. But we had so much fun, you know what I mean? And that's like because we were
Yeah,
actually
that's what
hanging
life's
out doing
about.
things.
That's
But,
what
like-
it's about.
And like then we played Smash, and we got all like everybody got tilted because one guy
Yes,
kept
that's the best
defeating
part.
everyone. Like, everybody got
Remember
tilted
what-
because one guy kept destroying us.
Remember when we
Oh,
all played or whatever? You kept spamming the Meta Knight side piece.
That shit was hilarious, bro. I kept like
Yes.
fucking using Meta Knight.
That was hilarious.
Oh, but you were also annoying though with the fucking like the boom 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 shit. Like I hated that, bro.
That's
You know,
'cause
like
I
the
was-
fucking Donkey Kong, like he kept like smashing into the ground. We
Oh.
couldn't even approach it, bro. That shit was
Oh my
annoying,
god,
man.
yes, that was
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah. Yeah.
But for real though, man, like honestly, dude, like I'm looking back at it and I'm just like, man, like, dude, I remember like always asking myself when I was younger, like, man, will these children ever remember people like Muhammad Ali and like like the music from like like Michael
Not the
Jackson
same
and
we
shit,
did,
like
not
like
the same
Yeah.
feeling we
all
did.
these people,
Never,
like
never.
like will they ever like will they ever like remember these like great moments, or like not always great people. I mean, like Michael Jackson's got a little bit of like weird history, but like Muhammad Ali, like greatest fighter of all time, I will say. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't give a shit what anybody says, but like amazing fucking fighter. Will they ever understand like how great he really was? Like, will they ever understand that? Will they ever understand like all these things that even like not just like looking at like really that far back, like even in recent history, like will they ever understand all these things? Because all they get fed now is just shittier and shittier like entertainment,
Yeah,
shittier and
Just
shittier
one little
content.
thing, one little like little bite size, 99-cent like freemium charge. Like it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
Get a
it's
skin
just,
in Fortnite. Get this.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's-
Like like that's the thing, right? Like kids' perceptions of video games is now, right? Like my little
It's
brother,
completely
his
different,
perception
and
of
it's changing the industry now in a
Bro,
bad way.
his perception of video games is Roblox and Fortnite. That's all he knows in terms of gaming, right? That's all he fucking knows. And like the game Hello Neighbor, right? Because he watches a bunch of videos about it, right? That's his perception of gaming, right? I look at video games, I'm like, bro, do you not know how much shit there is out there? The Witcher, right? Fucking, like the amazing
Skyrim.
other games, Skyrim,
Skyrim.
Dark Souls, right? Like
Mhm.
fucking, the old Battlefield games, the fucking, I don't know, like
Yup.
GoldenEye, Mario,
And-
fucking
yeah.
old Pokemon. Like,
And you
there's
remember
so
us,
much
like-
good shit out there from the past. But like,
Exactly.
it just gets overshadowed by this shitty fucking like,
new stuff.
Crap.
bogged
Yeah.
down, like repetitive shit that just isn't that fun. Like, man, you guys remember when you got a game when you were a kid and you used to spend a fucking month or two playing that shit?
Yeah,
You
you
were
would.
several months.
You
Play
would
that shit
dedicate-
because-
you
Bro,
would
my
put
mom,
love
my
into
mom would
that.
buy me like one game like every month if I got like a good grade. Actually, it was like twice like a year or some shit, bro. That's how I
Bro, I
managed to
remember,
get like that's how I managed to get like every old Pokemon game back then. Like I could only
Yeah,
afford
dude,
like
I
she'd be like, I'd buy you Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver if you get all A's or whatever. That's how I was able
Dude,
to
Bro,
get that.
I just
shit.
literally told my mom this, right? If I wanted to, I just said, "Hey, mom, I want a shooter game. I really want a shooter game." And she's like, "Okay, cool." So she just, "Okay, we need some money. Let's give me some money. I can go buy the game." And then she just goes and literally like just buys me any random fucking shooter game. So like, I literally get this like random game to just play and enjoy it. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but let's fucking go. Like, fuck it. Hey,
You made it
know?
work. You made it work.
Yeah, but like this thing though, I
Yeah.
actually got to experience some of the like my best memories through that. I played like a game called like Purple Kong, like no Viet Cong Purple Haze, and that game like that was my introduction. No,
That
but for
sounds
real,
like California stuff, dude. Like
no. Listen. It's literally like a game, right? Like you know what I mean, like like a Vietnam FPS game. And I remember like I played that. It was like my first introduction to FPS games, which is today my favorite genre of video games, right? And that was my first introduction into it. I was like, this is fucking amazing, like it was just insane. I remember spending literally fucking like months trying to finish that game because it was so difficult, and I didn't understand that you couldn't I didn't understand you could cut landmines. I kept, but like literally.
I want to say this to Victino: The Witcher isn't for kids. That's the thing, really. GTA San Andreas was not for kids either, but I played when I was like 9 years old. It wasn't either,
and I played it. I remember playing it as well.
I had
I literally tweeted.
I killed hookers, fucked hookers, killed a bunch of pedestrians. It was normal shit. I joined a gang. I wasn't. And then I took over territory. You know the funniest shit about San Andreas, Brood? When you literally when you had the gang war shit, and like the map turns into different colors because different people are controlling it, the different gangs are controlling it. So you were like playing all day long, just trying to take over all the fucking like space to make it all green. And you're like, oh my god, I got one little space where the Mexicans are still, so I gotta go take over that area, right? So you gotta take out the finish, like the last part, the yellow like Mexican gang. But then still the purple fuckers come back, and you're like, fuck, I gotta take them out as well. like that shit was fun, bro. Like I remember like literally
the streets, bro. That's just the streets.
Bro, I remember literally, I had fun in fucking San Andreas just literally driving like in the rain and shit because the rain felt beautiful, like just like like listening to like country and shit, like riding down this country road. I'm like I'm like, this is fucking amazing, bro. Or like turning on like some other like Los Santos fucking like shit, and I don't know, it was great, man.
Bro, I literally tweeted about like Black Ops 2 yesterday because it was trending or whatever, and I was like tweeting about like all the good shit like I had with that game, like all the memories, bro. I remember that game came out. That game came out when I was in 7th grade. That game came out when I was in 7th grade.
Black Ops 2 came out in 7th grade.
Yeah, when we were in 7th grade, dude. That's crazy.
Holy shit.
Those were my horniest years, bro. God, I was a horny little fucker, bro. That was my horniest years. But for real though, I remember when Black Ops 2 came out, bro.
I remember staying up like all night playing zombies and shit.
I bought a fucking like these like tiny earpiece like headsets. I bought one of those like my PlayStation 3 dude, so I could talk with my friend while playing zombies. We just kept playing fucking every day, bro. Went to school, came back, played fucking Black Ops 2.
I feel like people remember Black Ops 2 a lot more than Black Ops 1. I don't know why.
Because
Black Ops 2, you played the games with your friends online, then you spent the whole school day talking about the game.
Yes,
yeah. Oh my god, yes, bro.
Dude, that was the best. Like coming to lunch the next day, and you were like, "Oh, bro, but when we were doing this over here with the zombies, we should have done this." And you're all like,
"I'm a Black Ops 1 guy."
Not just that, but Black Ops 1 is pretty good.
And
though,
like
I think
Black Ops 1 is also great. I agree with that.
But like I feel like Black Ops 2 made a bigger impact because of like just the timing, like the timing of it was just better, and it ended up selling more.
I got a funny story about
it.
I remember Black Ops 2 came out, and I got the Hardened Edition. Like I convinced my parents to give me the Hardened Edition for Christmas. It was the only thing I got. Nothing else. Just the Hardened Edition of Black Ops 2. And I was so happy, and it came with a poster of this girl, and she had like I don't know what she had on, but it was a little risque for like a 7th grader. I had it on my wall, and like my mom came in, she started yelling at me. She's like, "What is this? What do I?" She didn't know it came with that, but I got reamed out for that. But that was great,
bro. You just reminded me because I remember getting. You guys know? Ever heard of that one or anybody remember?
What did you say?
You cut out.
What was
do you guys like? I said what he mentioned, which is kind of funny because it reminds me. Do you guys remember the game Prince of Persia?
Yes.
Any chance?
Yes.
Okay. So in like the last game in that series, I think last or second game, I'm not sure because there's like 3 of them. But the game I got right in like the first scene, like the first mission, right? You have to literally just like fight on this boat, and I actually didn't know that you could rotate the camera with the right stick. Right, so I didn't know you could rotate it. So I was stuck there for a month in like just this one space, this one hallway. I didn't know what to do. Right, I was just stuck there until I realized, I can rotate the camera, and I rotated it. And I walk outside, right, and it's playing this like cutscene. And I didn't know this at the time because I still hadn't realized it, right? But like I get outside and it plays this cutscene, and this lady, dude, and literally she has this armor, bro, but like there's nothing there. She's just essentially naked, right? And I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god! If my mom sees this, she's gonna kill me. So I just trying to like, I was panicking, dude, because I was trying to complete this part. She's like a boss.
Spam press X.
Bro, she was like, she was the boss though. She was The boss. She was like half naked in the boss, bro. And I was freaking the fuck out that my mom was gonna walk in and get pissed off me. She actually did walk in at one point. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't even bother like caring. She's like, oh, he's playing the game, so who gives a shit, right?
Oh wait, Austin, is that the poster you just sent?
Yeah.
That was not even that bad, but I mean, I
That's
could
not,
see
I know.
yay,
But
that's
I-
not-
but I was like
can see.
seventh
I can see
grade.
though.
Yeah,
but I can
for
see though.
seventh
I would
grade,
have.
yeah.
I would have. Probably, I would have Mr. Big that the same exact way though.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom
That's
probably would have
That-
been upset.
Like that's fuck all, bro. Do you see bitches nowadays? They like.
Oh
straight up-
yeah, nowadays, yeah. That
But
was
like
that
that's
was.
like looking at
No,
that, I'm like,
years
that's just
ago.
like, you know, like I could see though, because as a kid, but like the thing is, the girl from the Prince of Persia though, she was like straight up, bro. Like she had fuck all on her, like she literally had nothing, bro. The tits were just there. It's just like these small little black pieces like on her nipples, and that's it, right? Like just nothing there, just like something protecting vagina, and then the rest is just nude, right? And I was like,
Wait,
freaking
is
the
it
fuck
this? Is it this?
out. Let me see.
This?
Yes, that's it. That's literally it, bro. Like I was freaking the fuck out, bro. I was freaking the fuck out when that popped up on the screen because it was in a cutscene, right? And like you couldn't even skip it, so I was like freaking the fuck out. And then you had to battle her, right? And there was like cutscenes in between, like as you lower her HP, there's more cutscenes. So I was like losing my shit, and I kept losing to her. So I had to keep replaying these fucking cutscenes, dude.
Oh no.
Damn.
I was losing my mind. But like that's the thing, right? Like you look back and like there was so many games you played, enjoyed, had so much fun with, and like spent hours upon hours.
Because we
trying
had
to-
attention spans. Like we didn't just
Yeah.
go from one thing to the
But
next every 2 seconds.
nowadays, bro, like they just like I can't play like the only like battle royale right now that I play is like with Memo is I play like Apex Legends, right? That's the only one I can think of that I play. But like even that gets me pissed off and I don't want to play it because I'm looking at it, like it's just like this repetitive shit where you just go in, right? And it's like there's nothing wrong with it being repetitive. I play Rainbow just match after match with you just shooting people, right? But like the only reason I play that is because there's like ranks, you know, as you go further up, and I kind of enjoy just trying to like, you know, achieve a higher rank and whatever. But like when I look at like Fortnite and shit like that, I'm like, in all honesty, like what the fuck is like happening here? You're just like doing the same shit over and over
And you
and
just wait for the
over
next season to
and
come out and
over
buy
again.
new skins. That's what it is.
Exactly. It's like at the end of the day, like what the fuck's like what's the point? Like and honestly I kind of blame myself as well because I don't play like those kind of like, you know, RPG games because I feel like I've kind of become like a lot of these other people where I feel like my attention span is kind of starting to dwindle because more and more of the games that are coming out are just pushing that on you, right?
Yeah.
And you just end up in
Yeah.
the same position, right? Like because I have a playing, but I'm not playing them because I don't know, just nothing like, you know, like I guess my mind is just I don't know more programmed to be like, oh, let me just go into a match, you know, in Apex, or
Yeah.
let me just play a match in this, or you know, like that. This is it, you know. But like seriously, I look back, man, and I'm just like, man, I remember when I played Borderlands, the first one, like that shit was fucking great. Like God, man, or like the first battle, like the second battle, the original ones, not the fucking one from EA, but the original, man. Spending days upon
Oh
fucking
yeah, bro.
days,
I remember
dude.
the first time that I became one of like the heroes or whatever, and I
Yeah.
didn't even fight anyone. I just jumped around like an idiot. I was like, "This is amazing." I think I was like Yoda. I don't even remember. I just
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
I remember just jumping around like an idiot. Like this is great. Like, I had a great time.
Bro, I had the same exact. Like, I didn't realize that you could actually become them when the thing popped up. The little interface thing that told you, like, oh, you can become
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't know what it
Kenobi-
meant.
You know, Kenobi now, and I'm like, I didn't realize what you pressed. But then when I finally did realize what you press, and I got to play as like Obi-Wan Kenobi, I was like, oh, I have a sword! I have a sword! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And you could jump so damn far. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like specifically, you could just jump anywhere. And I was just jumping around like an idiot, and I got killed. And I was like,
Bro.
I want that back.
And also, bro, that game had like 32 maps.
Yeah, that's
Like
nuts.
32 fucking maps. And you look at the new game and it's got like 8. Fucking 8, right? And like 2 of them are the same map, just in daytime.
Different. Yeah,
You know, like
That's-
it's
it's stupid.
like different location usually, like, you know, just like a different spot of the exact same map, right? It's like this is just reused assets you're using from like the first game you did, the first Battlefront game from EA. You're reusing assets, and you literally had the exact same map with the exact same trees, just differently positioned and shit. Like,
Yeah.
this shit ain't like, where the fuck are all these other? Where's Mustafar? Where's this map? Where's that map? Where the fuck is like all these other maps that should be here? Right? What the fuck is everything? It's like you just fucking half-assed this shit. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I feel like every time, like even like Call of Duty, like there's just less maps on release when you buy the game, There's less shit in the base game, less weapons, less maps. They just release that incrementally, right? Make you pay more for it. I mean, they're not doing it with this year's games. They're not doing that, but like, there's just generally less maps this year, right? But they're releasing new ones at least, like, and it's free. They're not charging you anything for it, so that's cool. But like in all honesty, if I'm gonna be frank, it's just like I miss the days where I pay for a game, man,
And that was
and I
it.
get a full fucking game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like people
yeah.
like when you play Fortnite, you literally have to buy a battle pass for like it's like that's
Well, you don't need to. It's just
no,
if you-
but
you know-
dude, if you're not that guy, then you're the kid who's like, oh, I don't know, I'm not paying whatever for a battle pass, and you look like the idiot. You know, it's stupid. Like like Black Ops One, I remember when all the DLCs came out, they came out way after the game. You could play the base game and be fine with it. Like I was fine playing Kino and 5. That was great.
I never had any of the Black Ops 2 like DLC, and I still play the game. I never had any
Even better. Like it's great. But nowadays, like you can't play the base games. You just can't. It's not. It's
no, you can't because they want to double dip every single time. These companies want to double, triple, quadruple dip your pocket, right? Because it's not enough to charge you once for the game. No, they need to charge for DLC, for season pass, for battle pass, for skins, for this that, whatever the fuck. Like honestly, it's fine. Like I think skins and shit. Like I hate that like that shit's just not in the base game, right? You can just earn it in the game. I prefer that. I think earning it is way better because at least that you have a reason to play the game more that way. You know what I mean? But like honestly, I've spent a lot of money on like skins in like Rainbow Six Siege because it's a game I play a lot and I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, I do that with League. I have a lot of skins.
So yeah, and in League as well. I've spent a lot of money on League skins as well. That's because like those games to me are like League is just it's one of those games where like the base game is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just playing it for that repetitive kind of gameplay, which is inherently fine, I guess. But like I don't know, like I don't know, man. Like it's kind of hard to like put it into perspective, but like I want to go back to the days, man. Like when I could just wake up and just be excited to play like the latest Dragon Ball game to go through the rest of the story and shit. Like I don't know, man. Or just like
and then like talking about it with people too and stuff.
Yeah,
instead of, like,
yeah,
going on
just sitting
social
with
media
friends,
and tweeting
like,
about it.
Yeah, that's yeah, man. Because now like all we have is like Twitter. Literally, that's it. I hate Twitter, bro. I hate.
Dude, I've been off Twitter because I'm tired of it now. I can't.
Bro, I've been using it a little bit here and there, but so like less on it. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'm just
so
not
much less
anymore.
on it.
It's like the peak of like all the problems that are going on right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just use it to keep up with like news. It's a good news source. That's the only reason.
I don't even know if I want to use it for that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's too like
dumb
it's
shit.
terrible for your just mental health, honestly.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I just need to fucking deactivate that shit or just.
Yeah, that's what I'm considering doing. I deactivated for like 2 weeks. You guys might have noticed that. I don't know, but then I came back a little bit. But I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I almost feel like I want to, like, because honestly, there's nothing good comes out of that website. Like nothing.
Nothing
good.
good, dude. All you do is get canceled. That's literally like someone finds an.
Not just that, but like just people, bro. It's just a bunch of people throwing around a bunch of like, and I'm not gonna say I didn't do it as well, but like throwing around like fucking opinions and shit. But like, it's just a bunch of people throwing around dumbass opinions. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of people just like shitting out their opinions.
Not useful.
Bro, it's basically like it's just like a megaphone for dumb shit, right? Like, that's all it is. It's
miserable, rude people.
Pretty much.
But see, this is the thing. Like everyone like wonders what they want, or everyone talks about like going into a new decade, like what they want the buy to be. Like usually people are like, "Oh, I can't wait to see what the technology is like then, because it's gonna advance." I'm tired of it. Like I just want, like I almost want to regress instead of progress, like with technology.
Well,
with, like,
that's gonna happen no matter what, bro. That's eventually that shit's gonna, I mean, all that's needed, bro.
It's not even cool. It's just like okay.
Here's basically the general like to-do list if you want that to happen. 1, 2, rebuild. There you go. That's how we can regress back to. Oh my god,
Bro,
I'm looking at it right.
You guys know the YouTuber Jaywitz?
Yep.
Yeah.
He posted. He made a tweet that I like agreed with so much. He said, "Man, Twitter really sucks. It's important for me to grow my brand and follow my friends and follow content creators and getting a unique news blended news and sports. But it's so much. It's just full of hate and bile these days that it's so much harder to enjoy parts that you actually like."
Yup.
That's so facts.
Everyone just gossips about each other and says horrific
That's
things.
so
like,
facts, though.
I can't believe
it's literally
how...
all just drama and shit like that you see all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually
terrible.
crazy.
Bro,
Like I don't even
I
mind
just
like
jump.
the video game. Like I don't know. I'm just tired of the social media aspect and the smartphone aspect. I'm getting tired of it. It's ruining everything.
Oh, I agree. Definitely, bro. The shit is just exhausting, honestly.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's
like,
not fun
it's just
anymore. It was cute for like when it first came out. Now it's horrible, and I never want to see it again.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I can 100% agree with that, bro.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm just tired of it, man. I don't know. I feel like we all at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
there's just a fucking overload of fucking information being shoved, our
it's
way.
horrible. No one's meant for that.
No, yeah, no, that's true. We're not. There's too much shit going on, like, bro. Like, I love when I just sometimes just kind of like tab out of everything. Like, that's what I've done recently. Just I kind of tab out of everything and just kind of
Yup.
like play video games.
That's
Then
what
I
I've been
come
doing.
back,
It's great.
and then I come back and I'm just like, oh, that happened. Oh shit, I didn't even fucking know.
Like okay.
I didn't even fucking know. Because I just
know.
didn't give enough shit,
Yeah.
Like, for
Yeah,
example, there's
like-
probably like a million like stories about like something happening somewhere right now, right? And I'm just like, honestly, bro, I just want to live in my little fucking bubble and just not give a fuck about anything else.
Yeah. Like it was
Just
so
let me do
nice.
my thing.
I was just like when I clocked out Twitter, I was just like watching Netflix and like playing video games and enjoying it. It was nice, and my mind
Yeah,
felt clear.
same here, bro. Same here, man. Like literally, it's just, God.
And you can enjoy your stuff without people shoving their horrible opinions down your throat.
True.
It's like, oh, I love this show, and you just keep it with you instead of being like going on Twitter and be like, oh yeah, the show is so good. No, just keep it to yourself, enjoy it. Don't worry about what other people think. I don't know.
All right. Well, we went like really off topic with like the freaking question, bro. We started like I don't know what the fucking question was, but we started with some shit and then went on to talking about the fucking past decade or some shit.
The question was,
But anyway, like there's not even that many left. There's like 3 left. But I skipped all the ones about the Game Awards because they're all like, what was your favorite announcement? There wasn't anything like
Yeah.
yeah.
top
Oh.
Nintendo game of the decade.
Well, who said that? I don't see it.
Wait, you're talking about in viewer questions in the Discord?
Yeah. I'm looking at the Discord, but I mean, we'll take chat questions after. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, someone in the chat said that today is Stan Lee's birthday, which is
Yes.
Well, happy
so-
birthday, legend.
Yeah, what a legend, bro. They
Favorite
said-
Marvel superhero?
Yeah, favorite Marvel superhero. because of
Spidey, period.
that. Iron Man for me.
I love Spider-Man so much.
I love Iron Man.
I'm going to say Spider-Man as well, to be honest.
Spider-Man for me as well.
Really?
Spider-Man.
Yup.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yup.
All you guys
Yeah,
are
No, bro,
Spider-
like it was my like the first for me, like the first hero I actually watched.
Yeah, I can
Like,
understand.
Same.
like so I remember like as a kid, and also like when I think of like recently, like favorite like movies, I think like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was like
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
so good.
Yep.
like
I don't know.
Far
I
from
like
home.
the.
Far from home also.
I like Thor.
yeah, but like I like the animated one, like specifically scene that like I know some people are like, will make the argument like, oh, it's SJW shit, whatever, because like, like whatever, like Black Spider-Man, whatever, like, but I actually loved that movie for specifically like showing different kinds of Spider-Mans, because that's the whole thing with Spider-Man when he was created was anybody could be able to imagine themselves as Spider-Man, right? And I remember like
Yeah.
seeing like fat Peter Parker, I was like,
I was
That's
like,
cool,
yes,
man.
that is
Like,
me. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, but no, I really, I was like, man, so yeah, like, hey, Spider-Man can be anyone.
Yeah.
Cunt, I'm a fat cunt. I can relate, right? Like, that's perfect. I could, no, but like, for real though, I could see a fat version of myself spinning through the sky, right? Like, no, sorry, no, I could see a version of myself spinning through the sky as a fat cunt, right? Because I'm a fat cunt, right? So, like, for me, that shit connected to me, right, really nice. I was like, this is what Spider-Man's all about, Anybody can imagine
Yeah.
themselves being Spider-Man. Like, just random kid, right? That just, just
So everyone's
strongly wants to
Spider-Man.
protect people.
Everyone's Spider-Man. I'm Iron Man, and then Austin, you're Thor.
Yeah,
Thor's your
Iron
favorite.
Man's great.
I like Thor.
Thor.
Thor's cool.
Thor's
Thor's
cool
cool.
too. Thor's cool. I agree.
Yeah, like all the Marvel heroes are pretty fucking lit though. Besides Captain Marvel.
Hawkeye.
Besides Captain Marvel.
And Hawkeye. Fuck Hawkeye.
And who? Oh, Hawkeye.
Fuck Hawkeye.
Wow. Oof, my man just destroyed the poor guy. No, you're right. He's pretty mad.
Yeah, he's alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's better
Don't
options.
nobody care about Hawkeye.
Alright. But yeah, let me see here. Thoughts on Fire Emblem Three Houses? It's pretty fun, bro. I've been playing it, haven't beaten it yet, and the game's long as hell because there's 3 houses. So I'll let you know.
Oh,
once I beat it.
Arrow. Can I just say one thing about that, bro? I love when these
You cut out.
Oh,
What'd
Sorry.
you say?
What was the last thing I said?
You
I
said-
love it when.
Yeah, you love it when.
Oh, I love when these idiots tried to make a comparison between the graphics in like in Three Houses, right? With like Sword and Shield, saying
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh
yeah.
look at how the textures look on this box here compared to like Pokemon, huh? You fucking people.
Yeah, but at
who
least the
think
game
Three
was
Houses
good.
is
It's like,
better. But like, here's the
yeah,
thing,
you
bro.
can't talk trash when 3 Houses.
But here's the
delivered.
thing,
It
dude.
delivered
Here's
the
the
story.
thing,
It
though,
delivered
bro.
the gameplay. Pokemon did not.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm like, but Three Houses has fully voice acted characters.
Fully voice acted
Yeah.
characters, a 240
An
plus
actual
hour
story.
post game, or like a whole
Yeah,
story.
Actual content.
Yeah,
Actual content, actual gameplay. So what the fuck
There's
are
no-
you talking
So
Okay,
it
about?
doesn't
don't compare.
matter. It doesn't matter. Like, see, if Pokemon like looked like that, but then had like an insanely good gameplay or story, then I'd be like, okay, I'm understanding.
but it
That's
doesn't
what it
have
is
any of
with
that
Fire
to
Emblem.
boot.
Fire Emblem, I can damn well agree that those like house textures, the fruit textures, those things look like shit. But the game is so good that I don't even give a damn about that.
Yeah.
And it's so
exactly.
huge. So
Yeah.
it balances. That's the only reason people bitch about the graphics in Sword and Shield is because it doesn't balance itself out.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem
Yeah.
actually balances, like the amount of content balances out the fucked up graphics in some areas, right? Whereas Pokemon,
Exactly.
there's fuck all content to balance out the
It's
shit.
a hot
graphics.
piece of garbage.
Mm.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yep.
That's what I was saying, man. Like the wave for 2020, like in terms of switching our RPG faves, like Arrow's going to Xenoblade and I'm going to Persona. That's all I'm saying. Like Pokemon, it's over. It's a wrap. Like that series is dead. Bury it, and yeah.
I mean,
I'm-
Persona
I
5,
don't
Persona
know.
5 Royal, I'm gonna get for the first time next year. I'm gonna be playing
Yes,
that, so
King.
that's gonna be good because you all keep telling me to play Persona 5, and you all keep saying it's amazing. So
Literally,
I
like
will
the
be-
best.
Well, that's the same. That's the
franchise I
same
tried
thing
this
I told you
decade.
about like Xenoverse. And I told you just play it, bro. And you.
Dude, that game, yeah. You were definitely a part to convince me to play Xenoblade
But like,
because
I literally, because I remember I
asking
played it before you, and I told you like, get the game because the DLC is a whole like the season, the new like DLC season pass thing, whatever the fuck it is,
Is a
like,
new
that
game.
whole thing is a new game in
Yeah,
itself.
it's so
I literally
cool,
told you
man.
that shit. I was like
It's
telling you that
so
before you even
sick.
played it, and then you went and played it, and you were like, "This
Oh,
shit's amazing,
dude,
And like you
it's-
literally became like the most annoying fucking tweeting about. You kept tweeting about like fucking Xenoverse 24/7. I was like, God damn it! We shouldn't have fucking told him anything. We should have.
Dude,
That
that
was just being a
shit,
pain in the
shit
ass.
showed me the light, bro. That shit showed me the light, and I gotta say, god damn, I did not think, cause like if it was just a game, cause I thought it was gonna be like a Breath of the Wild, like a good game, you play it once, but no, that shit like at the end, that shit gets you, bro. That shit gets really good at the end. Yeah.
You got teary eyed.
I mean, yeah, bro, that ending, that's some wild shit that happens. And the thing is, I heard the first game's even better. I'd never played the first game. I'm playing that for the first time next year when it comes out, the definitive edition. So that's gonna be insane.
Well.
But yeah, let's see here. Vanel said, "What is your top Nintendo game of the decade, in your opinion?" Top Nintendo game of the decade, the whole decade.
Animal Crossing, no lead. But if I had to say like a non-Animal Crossing, I would say Kid Icarus Uprising.
You know what? I just thought about something. What's Weevil? Wait, how do you say that name?
Weevil?
Weevil? Yeah, Weevil. What you mentioned in the chat right now. As soon as I get my next paycheck, I'm fucking
You're what?
like.
You're what?
Sorry, did I cut out again?
Yeah, you
Again,
keep
yeah.
cutting out.
What
bro.
is up with my shit, bro, today? Like, my microphone's just been fucking up. No, but what I'm saying is, like, what Weevil said, like, about Dragon Quest. Now that I think about it, as soon as I get my next paycheck, I am 100% buying the Dragon Quest game that, the 11 that they put out on the Switch.
On the Switch? Yeah, dude, buy it.
like,
Dude,
yeah,
buy it. I heard it's good.
Like,
I heard it's really, really good.
I need to play some RPGs again, bro. I need to get back into that shit because, man, I've been
Get
playing
that
so
soul.
much FPS and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
RPGs are my favorite genres. That's like all I play, but
one of me is FPS games are my favorite. So like,
I mean, I like
that's
those
why I
too,
usually stick
but
around.
like a good RPG, that shit's my thing. But yeah,
I don't know.
top-
I guess for me, like, I guess like I don't know. I guess like for me, it's more like more competitive in a sense.
top, like game of the decade. I don't know. It's either got to be like, I would say Breath of the Wild, or Galaxy 2, or Xenoblade 2. I don't know. I can't decide.
For game of the decade?
Yeah.
Shit, I need to look back at what the fuck we had this decade.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
All
thing.
games of this decade.
Well, he said specifically Nintendo games. He didn't say just like any.
Oh,
game.
Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
why.
this
That's why.
decade.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, you know what? No. I got this. But are we allowed to say more than one?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just did.
Okay. Pokemon Black and White 2,
I agree. That's a good game.
because they were in this decade. So.
Absolutely. Yes. Last good game.
And we're only doing Nintendo, right?
Yeah, only Nintendo.
Shit, was Mario Galaxy 2? No, that was before.
Mario Galaxy 2
No,
is
Galaxy 2
part,
is 2010.
but not the original Mario Galaxy, just 2, because 2
But
came out.
but the 2 was the one I played. I didn't play the first.
Oh, okay, so you're good then. You can count that.
So yeah, I'm kind of that one because I fucking love that game.
Yeah, that game was insane. Yeah.
And what else Nintendo wise the fuck am I even saying? Like I'm trying to think, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the other games that came out.
I mean, you could probably say like Breath of the Wild or something.
Yeah,
but
I said Breath of the Wild, Mario
Yeah,
Odyssey.
but, like, I'm thinking for myself. Like I haven't. Like funny thing is, I actually haven't played. Yeah,
Odyssey's
so
great, bro.
I know I've heard it, but I just haven't like bothered getting into it just yet. You know.
Oh, okay.
But, fuck, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think, but like, because like honestly, the 2010s have just not been like.
I mean, we were in that like whole Wii U era with like not any good games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So like the only time like Nintendo started good this decade was like when the Switch came out, which was like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, Smash could also be there. Smash is a freaking masterpiece
Yeah,
class game.
I was gonna say Brawl, but that came out in 2008.
Smash?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about Smash Ultimate, bro. That came out last year.
Oh, I was talking about Brawl because I remember I have memories of Brawl.
Yeah, Brawl would have.
But that was I was gonna say that, but I looked up. It came out in 2008.
Yeah,
so
that's too far back. Yep. Yeah.
but
I mean,
unlike other RPGs, with characters, music, graphics, the story and explanation are neither non-existent or. Yeah, goats in a box. You're right. You're 100% right.
What's he talking about?
100%. He said, unlike other RPGs, Sword and Shield lacks stimulating content. Characters, music, graphics, the story, and exploration are either non-existent. Wait, what now?
Music was there, dude. I liked
music was okay for some.
No, bro. They for the most part they read. To be frank with you,
I like the music.
I didn't fucking care for it. I actually didn't enjoy that much.
That was one of the worst parts.
No, but like this thing, bro. When
It
you
was
go,
good,
like,
but
the
it wasn't
problem is, right?
amazing. It wasn't amazing.
The problem is when you go back, and I'm replaying. That's the problem. I've been replaying the old games. The more I replay them, I listen to the music there, and I listen to what the fuck we have now with these new games. The more I'm listening to them, I'm like, fuck, it's just gotten worse. I like they reuse a lot of the music, right? Like on the like from one character to another character, right? They don't make like you remember back in the day when essentially almost every character had like their own unique fucking thing, right? Like a lot of shit had like their unique themes and shit. Nowadays they reuse the same crap for a lot of battles and crap. Like it's just I don't know, I don't know. Like the music was, I guess, like some of it was better than other parts. There's like some themes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I liked some of the music, but not every single thing was like really good.
No, because like some of it to me was just like
Marnie theme was fire. I agree. Like Marnie theme, I would say is pretty.
The
fire.
Rose theme is fire.
I think
Sun
and Moon had way better music.
I can agree with that. Overall wise, yes, I would say Sun and Moon.
I think 10 times better, bro.
Because like the Solgaleo and Lunala theme, bro, that shit was
Gladion's theme in itself, that one, bro, was fucking fire. Guzma's theme, bro.
Yeah,
let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
This overall, like that game had just way better like fucking music. But like I feel like this game, like there were like I'm not gonna say that all of it was trash. It definitely wasn't. And it wasn't trash across the board. No, it wasn't even trash. It was just kind of like comparing it to the other shit, right? Comparing it to, it's just kind of, kind of like meh. And yeah, like you said, it's kind of okay in comparison.
It's good, but not like amazing.
I don't know, but shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
but man, I don't know what the games is like this.
But like that's what he mean. He said Nintendo games. Like if we're talking just any, then you could say God of War, you could say Witcher. There's so many like other.
Yeah, if I can, let's do that then. This decade across the, just not counting Nintendo.
Yeah, GTA 5 falls into that.
GTA 5.
Yeah, GTA 5 falls into that.
Not for me. No, for me, it's out of all of the fucking games this decade, The Last of Us for me.
Oh, that's
also
The Last of Us. Because I don't think I've ever fucking cried to a fucking game like I did in that game. Honestly, like that shit. No, that shit. Like. It fucking hit me, bro. Like that shit actually hit me. So like, that's why that's always gonna be a game. in my heart as like one of the fucking greatest games of all time, and definitely my favorite game of this fucking decade. I will say. If we're counting before 2010, that was definitely Star Wars Battlefront 2, the old one. Actually, I love that shit.
And you got a whole sequel to look forward to for that.
Oh, and Last of Us? Yeah, but like,
I would
man, that
probably
shit
say,
it's taking time.
I would probably say Wrath of the Lich King in World of Warcraft for me.
Oh my god, bro.
Yo.
I would probably say that.
Fuck you, bro, for mentioning that. But is that? Do you mean like that?
That's an
that
expansion. That's an expansion, though.
Yeah,
That's
but then you're talking about like the before the 2010s, right? Like so the 2000s.
It was
right?
Wrath of the Lich King. Was that before the 2010s?
Yeah, that was before 2010s, bro. I'm pretty sure. Because didn't
2008? Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, I'm
you're
telling
right,
you,
you're
because
right.
like 2009
You're right.
was like Cataclysm, dude.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you're right. Jesus, time is moving too quick.
But yeah, bro, I remember, dude. I didn't even get. I started in fucking like Wrath of the Lich King. That's where I started playing, right? And like before, like slightly before it started. But I didn't even own the game. I only got to play like on like a friend's account. And I remember, bro, just like hearing that like music, dude. You know the fucking music, dude. When like Arthas, like the cinematic, bro. When it fucking plays, dude. Oh my god, like
That's another corporation that has gone
bro on Blizzard, dude. They're so shit now, dude. Bro,
China
what is
lovers.
happening, bro?
China
What is
lovers,
happening?
bro.
Yeah, free Hong Kong. Hashtag free Hong Kong. Fuck China, dude. Like not the Chinese people, but fuck Chinese government, bro. Like they're repressing people and fuck them, dude. Like China not number one, Hong Kong number one. But like for real though, man. Like no, but like honestly, dude. Like this, like just like the Chinese government, bro. They're just so fucking oppressive to their people, dude. Like and to Hong Kong as well, man. Just like let those people fucking live their lives. Don't try to fucking push them down. But like besides that, man, a lot of companies have gone downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Like EA has always been kind of shit.
Yeah.
But like they've just gone worse. Ubisoft used to be fucking amazing, but they've also gone fucking downhill. Blizzard is a fucking disaster. Okay, like they're a fucking shit show.
Yep.
Bethesda. Fallout 76.
Oh my god.
That's why when people say like Nintendo still got some pretty good games, people get so mad. But it's like if you look at it, a lot of the other
Nintendo still got all the fucking good shit. Like, cause think about it, bro.
This is why we cling to
That hasn't gone
they're
total
like,
crap.
they're like one of the few ones left that actually like that can deliver sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
That's
the
the thing,
rest
because-
have gone bananas.
But that's because they still have that kind of like a little bit of that Japanese work ethic, you know what I mean? Where like they still like they want to do their job, right?
Exactly.
But like the problem is, I really hope they don't get too much more influence from like the West, because more Western influence.
Because you see the West, everything in the West is crumbling down.
Yeah,
You
but that's
don't
the
want
thing,
Japan
bro.
to do that too. You don't
That's the thing, bro. Like,
don't copy us, man.
if they get more of that influence, they're gonna go fucking downhill more and more, which they already are doing. With you, when you're looking at like becoming more like Western developers, right? And like a lot of this is also pushed by like the existence of like the Chinese government, because here's the thing, right? They have a lot of influence over Tencent.
And now the Switch is
right?
in China,
bro. You know the company Tencent, right? They own like almost every part, like a part of every single video game company, dude. They own stocks of Blizzard. They own Riot Games, who make fucking League of Legends, like a half of it or some shit, right? They own half the company, right? So they can literally influence and do whatever the fuck they want, right? And the problem with them is like with the mentality over there with gaming is that, you know, like if you can pay to win, you should do that, right? Like the whole mentality there is like this is something that I've only really like know about because I've looked really like a lot into it, right? With like the mentality in China specifically about video games is that like cheating is actually accepted there, by the way. Like cheating in games, like actually using cheats and hacks and shit like that is fully accepted, right? Like it's literally a fully accepted thing, because the government teaches you, if you are a Chinese citizen, right? If you are a Chinese patriot, you should do everything to be better than someone else, right? Like no matter what it is. So cheating is fully accepted by them. It's fully normal in their shit, which is why you see so many people being pissed off about like having Chinese players in their servers, because they'll be using cheats and you can't do shit about it, right?
Just like the Olympics.
Yeah, but oh wow, no, I was thinking about that, but like but the Russians and Americans are the same thing there, bro. But don't all these fucking these big three countries, they all cheat in that shit? But like,
I mean, I guess,
but not about just cheating in games, but also like paying to win, right? It's a fully accepted thing, because it's like if you can advance yourself, right, in some way, do it. It doesn't matter what it is, just do it. And they fully accept that shit.
It's desperation.
And, yeah, but the thing is, and if it works over there, bro, you know what these Western companies see? They're like, haha, money.
They're all becoming EA.
Money, and they want to like just break into that market, which is why like Blizzard last year they got a bunch of like flack because they were going to be releasing like a new Diablo game, right? It was going to be a mobile game, right?
Yeah, they got
made
so mad.
like in collaboration with NetEase. And NetEase is like one of the biggest fucking like mobile game Chinese the Chinese mobile game developers ever. Okay, like ever, dude. They literally own like half the fucking market alongside like Tencent, right? So like when people heard that, they were like, "The fuck are you doing? We don't want this." And the reason why Blizzard did that is because money from China is fucking huge. Okay, same thing with the NBA, right? Like. Fucking you fuckers over there in the US, your NBA literally fucking like is owned by China because you get more money from the fucking Chinese NBA fans than you get from the American NBA fans who aren't even your primary fucking target. How does that make any sense, right? Like
it's just numbers, billions of people compared to 300 million.
Like there's so many people in China that I guess it like these companies just want to make a bunch.
It's easy. Like you go to China, like if you start a business, it's really easy to make a lot of money because there's so many people. Someone's going to like it. Like you hear these Chinese billionaires coming over.
But you know what the problem is, though, dude, is that the government
kids like that
happen.
Oh,
the Chinese person in the situation. That's the thing with there, like, because I watched this YouTuber called like what's his name again?
The Bart dude.
No, not Ball the Minecraft, but this other guy.
Bart.
Serpent. No, his name is Serpent Zen. Serpent Zen. So what he does, he's lived in China for 11 years, right? Like he's lived there for a long time. So he doesn't live there anymore. Now lives in Taiwan because of like things happening in China. Shit getting a lot more like difficult to live there. But like he lived there, so he's literally seen everything in the country, and he talks about it. He's like, there's this stuff I love about China, but there's so much bad stuff there as well, right? That you got to think about. And like what happens with companies there is if like he knows a guy who started a company with a Chinese guy, and then like he decided, you know what, I think I should sell the company because it's not going that great, so I think it's time to like sell it, right? And he had like a gym, right, like a gym company. And when it came to selling it, the Chinese guy decided he was going to sell it, and he took all the money. And then when he brought him to court, because they owned half of it, right, like half 50-50.
Yeah.
When they came to court,
they sided with the Chinese guy.
Yeah, they sided with the Chinese guy. They didn't do shit for the other guy, and it's like. Well, that's just fucking fucked up, yo, because this other guy invested a bunch of money into it and like held like he was the one who actually, ran the company. The other guy was just kind of like, kind of there, and didn't do shit. So he just got fucked over in that situation. That's the thing with China is like they always support their own like people, the patriots, like with patriotism and stuff like that. So there's no fairness really, And like he talks about a lot of that stuff. So I don't know. I find that shit very interesting, honestly, to look into because I don't know. Did you watch that one video too about China ruffled? It was
guys, I gotta bail. I gotta bail before it gets too late because I gotta shower.
Okay, all good, bro. I mean, we were like done too. Bro. Yeah, we were
all right,
guys.
Done
here.
It's just kind of fun
for having me, Arrow. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good
bro.
one, Memo.
All right, yep. See you, bro.
Yep. See ya, guys, and see ya, chat. Bye bye.
Should we do another viewer question?
Yeah, I mean, like there was only like another one left in the chat, and then I was gonna take a few more from like the YouTube chat. And then
Glinks. Oh yeah, Glinks video. Moonlord. Oh no, Bro guy. Yeah, I've seen that video, but that's not the one I'm talking about.
What was
3 years?
Someone said a question for Austin. How does it feel being in a Nintendo Night with other YouTubers besides Arrow?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. I like the passion behind you, Ruffled. A lot of passion.
I mean, bro, people assume like a lot of times, like I just hate everything, which is just not true. I just feel like a lot about a lot of things, and I just want to put it out. Like I don't know, I don't know, man. Like it's just I don't know. It's kind of I guess it is, but like I don't know, man. There's just so much shit in this world, bro, that just pisses me off sometimes.
Yeah,
and that's why I like to just tab out and not like honestly, bro. Like up until this point, and like maybe like yesterday. I was totally zoned out of like shit happening. Like my mind was mainly, literally only on like just playing games, just having a chill time, just not thinking about anything. But like,
Oh,
man, I don't know. I feel like deactivating Twitter is honestly like a smart thing, or just like literally
That's what
blocking
I've been
Twitter on my
doing,
computer. Like, I think I'm just gonna block Twitter on my computer, so I just don't go onto
Yeah.
it. And the only reason I really need it is for content creation, mostly.
Yeah, when
Like,
you
that's
have a
the
new
only
video
reason.
out or something, gotta tell
Yeah.
people on Twitter.
And it's not even that essential because like I've gone on like just not even posting my videos and they've still done well. It doesn't really.
But it's not even
like,
that. It's just
important
I get a lot of my,
your stuff. Yeah.
you know. So like, I gotta kind of be there. But like,
Yeah.
honestly, bro, if there was like a way that I could get like around that and not have to use Twitter, I would. But like, it's just kind of not possible for me at the moment. But like,
Yeah.
man, I just can't be bothered, bro. Because the whole website, bro. Every 2 seconds, I see some like fucking like I don't know, like somebody bitching about Trump or somebody fucking like calling somebody else something else for not liking Trump or somebody fucking losing their mind over some fucking I don't know some actor that didn't support like I don't know didn't support some sort of like rights or something or some sort of
Yep.
group. I don't know. It's always some shit, It's
Very
just like,
political.
it's like who
It's
fucking
literally
cares?
the worst.
Like, honestly.
It ruined politics. Like Twitter ruined it. It just made everything hell.
Hmm.
Like it was already
Honestly,
bad.
like who cares? In real
gas
fairness,
in
like
the
who
fire.
fucking cares? Like
I
about all
know.
this shit.
People just go bananas over nothing. It's like,
Because like at the end of the day, man, just live your life and just fucking
yeah.
just honestly just live life, man.
Yeah.
Like seriously, just live life. Life is short. Dude, listen. Here's the truth of all things, right? Life is too fucking short to waste our time on all this shit.
That's
Let's
so
be
true.
fair.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
It's
That's
too
facts.
fucking short, bro. We should just fucking enjoy it while because honestly, we could all die tomorrow from different things, or every single one of us can die tomorrow because out of nowhere, a meteorite will just crash into us, or Yellowstone will erupt and we'll all fucking be engulfed in flames. My point is, life is too short to care about some dude saying something, or some people not supporting this, or some people not supporting that. Just live life, try to survive, try to like enjoy yourself as long as you can, and like just that's it.
Yep.
Yo.
Which is why I can't wait for New Year's because I'm going to be blasting some fireworks.
All right.
Yo,
we
I'm
got
telling you,
one-
going MIA though, like going MIA like off the internet is the way. Like it feels so good.
Mm.
Yeah, I've heard it from a lot of people say that, like that as soon as they leave the internet for like that they when they come back they just like they go away.
Yeah, they
It
take
feels
like a
so-
like a
you feel
hiatus for a
better.
while and then they come back
Yeah.
and they feel
That's what
like
I'm gonna do in
C and
2020.
D literally left like New York.
yeah, bro. He abandoned everything.
Yeah, like he
Yup.
left and like literally left like New York.
Yeah.
Everything.
Now he's like
just went
much
away.
happier.
Yep. And he's much
Yeah.
happier.
You don't need to
too.
live. You don't need to like be on the internet 24/7 and be in this big city stacked. Like you don't have to do that.
Yeah. All right. Last question in the chat was: can we all agree that Fast and Furious Crossroads is trash? That was what they showed at the Game Awards, right?
Oh yeah.
That shit was
boring.
yeah okay. That shit trash, bro. Like why have that at a Game Awards show? I have no idea. But it just didn't even make a lot of sense to have that. And then-
Money,
and
bro,
then-
money.
Yeah, that's the thing. The money to run the show. Jeff Keighley's like, oh, okay. I mean, it's not related to games, but free money for me, advertising. So let's get him on.
Yeah, well,
That's the sad truth. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, guys, we are pretty much done here. We'll look in the chat for YouTube. Maybe if somebody has any questions, we'll answer. But then I think after that, we're pretty much done. There's not much else to talk about. This is also, if you guys don't know who are watching, this is the last episode for the podcast for season 1. And then next year, I'm gonna start season 2. So with that, it'll be better, yeah. Because I mean, I planned it perfectly now. Because this is episode 19, and then in 2020, season 2, episode 20. So it'll.
Oh,
it's all gonna-
fancy.
yeah, yep. It's all gonna work out. I'm gonna try new things out, and so definitely gonna have a new intro. Not that freaking Smash 4 ass gameplay anymore. I'll try to get like a new intro. I'm gonna rebrand all the thumbnails and everything, so it should be nice. Moonlord says, "Can we keep Austin as a permanent host?" I mean, it's up to Austin. I mean, if he's down, then he'll probably hop in the streams.
I'm always down to clown. We're chilling.
All right. Oh, I gave you the role now, so you can just hop in our streams whenever.
Nice.
But let's see. Someone said something about God of War. Could also be Game of the Year. I agree. God of War was good. I didn't get a chance to fully play, but I know it's really, really good.
Is stream over or?
I think so. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. I think we can wrap up the stream here. So yeah, well, we can go in a Discord order about like where you can find us. Oh, someone said here, just how much money has influenced us and how humanity is ridiculous. Millions of people die just because of it. Let's go back and trade things that people wear and live in the forest. I mean,
You're right, bro.
I mean,
You're
yeah,
right.
in the sense of it, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
for real though, that would be lit, dude.
Dark Forest said, "What are your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch overall?" Overall, I think it's a good system. It's still got its
System, but
flaws.
missing potential.
Yeah, it's got its flaws. Online is trash. There's definitely some parts that could be improved of it.
Online is trash. It's garbage.
Yeah, it is.
Garbage.
It is. Bro, remember when we played at college or whatever, and like that?
Oh
Freaking,
my god, it was
the
terrible.
lag. It was so bad. Yeah, that shit was whack. But
I didn't even realize this, but Christopher Lee passed away in 2015.
did
No,
he
I
really?
feel sad. Yeah, I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
crazy.
No,
Tony
that
says,
makes me sad. Man,
Tony
dude.
says, I want a
Jeez.
direct. Oh, I never got to mention this, but I think one of the reasons why I feel like a Nintendo Direct is so likely to happen in January of next year is because the last Smash Bros. DLC character for the past, they said they have to come out by February. And the thing is, they always reveal a character and then give us like a month of waiting until the character comes out. They're not going to show us the character and then say it's available tonight. They don't do that. Same thing with Terry. Terry was shown in September, but then he came out in November. So I feel like because they didn't show it at the Game Awards, the only option they have left is to have a direct in January that's going to show this character, and they will release it in February. So I feel like that pretty much confirms that there's going to be a direct, because there's no other way they're going to reveal a Smash character. They're not just going to randomly post a video one day. They're not going to just randomly like have like a Twitter like announcement or something. So I mean, it makes sense anyway. They usually have something in the beginning of the year. So they'll probably have like a direct or a direct mini that with like a new game or something. So
Who do you think it's gonna be?
I honestly have no idea.
At
I
this
think
point, who fucking
it's,
knows?
It's Steve from Minecraft, bro.
Oh, okay, man. Now we got to get him off this podcast. Get him off.
What's you hate the idea of that? What's so wrong about it, man?
I don't understand. I mean, like personally for me, I never even grew up with Minecraft.
You didn't
and all
play
that,
Minecraft.
so
That's why you didn't
I
play
don't,
it, bro.
I don't have the connection, so I don't care. But
Oh
whatever.
man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Thoughts on a Nintendo Switch Pro? I feel like a Switch Pro can come. I think next year, honestly, I think the chance of it happening is more likely than people think, especially with the next generation consoles coming out. Nintendo will get to a point where the games are going to be releasing on the PS5 and the new Xbox or whatever, but they won't be powerful enough for the Switch anymore, or like the Switch will be too underpowered. So they have to have some new system come eventually. So I think it's likely to happen. Now people are just saying what they want. Cosmos, Dante from DMC, right? Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So I think here we're gonna wrap up the stream, you guys. So thank you all so much for coming. We'll go in Discord order as well. So of course, for me, you can find me here on this channel, Arrow. Definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Actual Arrow. And I'm gonna be trying to do some more things next year. Got some good plans, so hopefully some good stuff is gonna be coming. And then definitely tune in for the season 2 podcast next month. It's gonna be lots of fun stuff there. And yeah, Austin, you don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
My name's Austin. That's the end of it.
Yeah, you can talk to him in the Discord if you join. Link in the
Yeah.
description.
At Quasar.
Yeah, at Quasar. You can talk to him in the description. All right, Ruffled, you're up.
Young Baba Tunde can be found on .ruffled, yes. Bye bye.
And then we got Zach.
All right, y'all. So you guys know where to find me, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays,
Ooh,
and
Happy
New
Holidays.
Year.
Yeah, happy
That's
holidays,
what it
happy
is.
New Year. Then this is the last like piece of content that I'm putting out for this year anyway. The next
Yeah.
piece of content will be in 2020, so that's crazy.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so
New
I guess
decade.
yeah,
You got
new
2020 vision, bro.
Yeah, that 2020 vision. Yeah. All right, so that's gonna do it for this podcast, you guys. Thank you all so much for coming. It was crazy. We had like a really like intense discussion about just like the past like decade, and then like just some real life stuff. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun to talk
Yeah,
about that.
we got
Nice.
real on here, man. We got real.
Yeah,
on
we got real. That's always the best when we get like into stuff that's like not even all that like related
It's
to
a-
video games and stuff. It's just
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a classic Ruffle Rally derail of the.
that's some facts. All right, so yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
See you.
But